Eddie, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk couple, drink low.
How did that work? Like, I was getting the program ready and I saw chat coming through already. Where are you guys chatting at? Hold on, wait, let me look.
Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk couple, drink low.
What's up? What's up, Don Break? Let me look. Are you guys chatting over? Oh, you guys are chatting in Discord. That's where you guys are chatting at. What's up, Don Break? What's up, Vincent? What's up, Sharon? Heck, everybody was chatting in my chat room, huh? I like it. I like it. What's up, Gypsy Lady? How you doing? Gonna drink the Crown Royal. Been a long day. Alright, has a live protest right now? Well, heck, let's go check it out. Just finish the song. Ooh, you just got back from Florida from the heat, huh? It's cold here. Like, I want to go snuggle up and get back in bed. You forgot the one in the chamber. Before we can go anywhere, though, guys, you know what? We got to say Happy Veterans Day. Any of you veterans that are in here right now, I want to thank you for your service. I appreciate it, man. Excuse me. Man, yeah, thank you guys. You know what? I was so busy with the Rittenhouse trial today. I don't even know. Did they get a chance to go and have their event at they were saying they weren't going to have an event at in Austin. I wonder if they had one, cuz remember good old whoa, excuse me. Good old what's his name? What the hell is his name? Yeah, so alright, sorry, guys. I'm out of it today. I've been streaming a lot lately because of this whole entire Kyle Rittenhouse trial. The Austin mayor, remember the Austin mayor said that they were not going to have their Veterans Day party due to COVID. So the governor said, well, you know what, that's fine. Come to the state capitol, which is in Austin, and said, we'll have a parade for you. What is this going on? What are they doing right here?
It's actually about a lot of common sense and getting rule of law back into place once again.
You mentioned earlier that the only way that you would run for governor is if you did something just completely different, something historic. What, in your opinion, is going to be historic about the campaign that you're going to lead?
Well, first of all, not having any party affiliation, that's huge.
All right, let me put
I know that if I'm going to represent the people, I can't represent a party. But also, the whole backbone of our campaign is about that seventh generation principle. Every decision you make today should serve 7 generations from now. So that's what it's all about. It's child-centric. And we're challenging people to run at every single level as well with that 7 generation principle. And we're trying to get Californians, we're challenging them as well to start making decisions based upon that 7 generation principle. Look, we have a lot more power than our leaders are letting us know. We think that they're...
Like nothing.
I know, but they don't want us to know how powerful we are. And we've been talking about how it's 3.5% active participation from citizens to actually topple a dictator, to be successful in a civil war. And we already have that happening. We're beyond that number, to be honest. People just don't know it. And what's really drawing the line for most people are the children. We can't do this to the children. How dare this country, how dare this state take our children and make them biological experiments? Not on my watch, not on these people's watch. So we're going to win this. This is a game-changing campaign. People are tired of the parties. They're tired of the divisiveness. They're tired of the lies. They're tired of the lawlessness from our representatives. And we're going to get that back in place.
What type of support have you felt so far since announcing your run?
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. And you know who's backing me up? The mama bears and the papa bears. These people. They know I got thick skin. They know I know how to jump into the ring. I'm willing to fight to the end, and they've got my back, and I've got theirs.
Final question. I want to know how our audience can find you and support your campaign. Website, social media, you name it.
Right. So my name is Renette Senum, and that is spelled R-E-I, like the store, R-E-I. N-E-T-T-E. And the last name is Senum, S-E-N-U-M. So you can find me at electrenette.com. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter, also Renette Senum. We need county campaign captains. We need donations. We need volunteers. There's a ton of censorship, as you can well imagine, going on. And so what we're really trying to do, too, is get people out there in the streets, face-to-face, talking about this campaign, because we're going to take California back.
I wish you luck. You're a fighter. I think you mentioned that you was a great-grandfather.
My great-grandfather's General Frederick Funston. So there's a fort named after him right there. And his body is buried on that hill right over there.
Okay. And here you are right now.
Yeah, and here I am right now. I had no idea this was going to be happening. But I'm sure he's proud.
So
and I'm sure also he's very pissed off.
Yeah.
This is not San Francisco.
Thank you so much and good luck with your run. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
My pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah,
they're on.
Looks like the medics are still working with the officers who were injured earlier.
They're at Juniper.
Were you able to see what happened earlier?
That's where they are.
What did you see?
An SUV crashed into the street sweeper, and the street sweeper had to veer off, but he veered off right into the officers. He hit the first officer, and then the other officer got hit, and then three of them. Domino effect. I picked the other officer up, so I'll pass it out. So I bet
I believe they're on. I believe they're on Juniper.
It's not their fault that they have to be at it like we do.
And how long have you been here today? What time did you get?
This morning, about 10 o'clock this morning.
What did you think of today's event, the protest?
Today's event's great. It's freedom. That's our choice. You know, if we give into this, we're not going to have no freedom left. If they can shove a needle in your arm and make you do something like that, it's terrible.
Do you think there's hope for California as far as repealing some of these mandates?
Yes, ma'am, there is. If we stand up and fight for it and stop just being followers with it, it's common sense. Don't force somebody to take something they don't want in their arm. It's poison. We don't know what it is. They don't know what it is.
And final question, what is the number? How many people do you think showed up today?
I'd say around 3,000.
We heard another one in the crowd say around 2,000. We've heard 500.
A lot of people.
Started a couple hundred. I feel like it's grown a lot, especially when we started marching.
It's a good 3,000.
It's the nationwide mandate walkout. That's not the Golden Gate Bridge.
2,000.
They are nowhere near the Golden Gate Bridge, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
There's about 3,000 people out here right now. Had an aerial view of it.
Thank you so much for your time and for being out here. Everyone who's keeping us safe. All right, we're going to back up. Hey, we're not going anywhere. I know, my shoe's untied. We're not going anywhere.
That's right. Remember brave.
All right, you guys. I think we are going to...
What's up, Bearded Patriot?
Let me check the chat really quick while you guys see the crowd.
I got to get a job with Walmart.
Oh, I blacked out. I'm sorry.
Cool. I was looking for Doc, but I found the firefighter over here, and he's helping out one of the guys. So.
Well, good. He's my brother, so I wasn't just worried about myself. I'm like trying to find my family and run, but he's running towards it. I don't even know where you went, but sounds like we know now.
I went to go grab because I knew this guy Doc was here, and I saw the firefighter in the crowd earlier. So I was just looking for anybody who knew any first aid, medical stuff that could help with these guys, and that just happened. So we were right there. We're like, whoa.
No, it was very frightening. But thank you for doing what you did. And it looks like everyone's going to be okay, right?
Yeah. No, I think everybody's going to be fine. Maybe a broken leg or something, but.
So what do you think, I hate to just brush that off, but what do you think is the future, kind of going back to our interview earlier, but what do you think is the future looking like for California? I mean, we've had the recall Newsom, and then that kind of didn't really pan out. But do you think that California would ever flip red?
It has the possibility, but people need to really step up and
I don't know.
And
it's going to be really hard for
the information that's out there and get informed. Don't just take what's put in front of you at face value, especially if it's coming from mainstream media sources. There's clearly a divide in this country, and you need to be able to formulate your own conclusions. So listen to the left, listen to the right, listen to alt media, but also take your own personal life experiences into account and formulate your own conclusion from that. And if people do that, even if you don't agree with me or other people,
let's back it up. Let's see what
as
happens. That's right. We have the opportunity to
And
do
to
this.
determine whether or not he was committing a crime against
day showing you guys this
so right
protest
now,
on the
yes,
other
they
side
are.
of the
This is
country.
the Golden Gate
We came
Bridge.
all the way from the East Coast. So I'll tell you guys more about that. But remember,
This
you
right
can
here
use
is the
code
Golden Gate Bridge.
RSVN.
But they said something happened.
Powerful religious exemption reason is that the government, unless my core. I stand here.
Look at that velvet. I'm sorry. I gotta make fun of the velvet. Come on.
Been silenced by the government.
Where's that velour?
The millions of black people who do not believe in these vaccines. A lot of people would say, why? Because they experimented on us in slavery. The government experimented on us up until 1981. That's right. The government continues to trample on our rights.
What's up, Willow? What's up, David?
So I
Real
am
life?
here in the name of freedom. Cat, I've been talking to Cat because I was like, nah, I'm not coming. Fuck that. Most of these people don't like
there's Homegirl. Freedom Angel. The Freedom Angels
Hey,
are
you
there.
like me until I block off your fucking road. You like me until I lead a protest through your town. You like me until I say fuck the police. Oh, but you know what's funny now? When I love you too. When the government is sicking the police on you, when you're exercising your First Amendment right here, now you're like, fuck the police. How does it feel? How does it feel to have the government tell you where you can go?
What's up, Digga Work?
No!
You want a tracksuit like that?
What you can do?
I don't know. So we're behind anyways. I'm going. This guy. I like some of the things he say. I don't like all the things he say. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and say fuck the police. And hell, I was in the middle of that shit. I had the. You know what? We haven't shown this in a while. Let me see if I can find it. We haven't shown. Let's see. I gotta find it real quick. It's I think it was from May 1st. It's on my channel, videos, and I believe it was May 1st is when it was. So that was 2020. I actually or was it 2019? I think it was 2020. May 1st, 2020, we had a big event, and you know, I haven't played it so long that I think actually many of you guys didn't or was it, let's see. Which one was it? That was the Mayfest one. I was up on the Capitol with those ladies right there from the Freedom Fest, and I was drugged down. They actually made me get. They actually drugged my scooter. They kind of messed up. The CHP messed up my scooter. And where the heck is it? I think it's on Ben's page. That was 1 year ago. No, it's not on my page. It's on Ben's page. Hold on. Let me go to Frontline America. Actually, you know, we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to show you guys the back end. So I probably shouldn't be going. That don't matter if I go through Ben's. We're gonna do the back end because let me see. Let me go to content, search. There should be a way to search my content. So let's keep going. It was all the way back. I should have never told Ben to start getting on YouTube so much. Where are we at? Where are we at? This was 2021 still. I was up on the steps of the Capitol with the girls, and they actually ripped the girls out of my arms. And then they drug my scooter. All right, April. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is how I did it. I uploaded to Ben's page privately. Oh shit! What am I doing? I can filter it out by visibility. And then I'm gonna look at these ones: private, public, and unlisted. Apply. And it wasn't live, so that was October. This should be easier to find. Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared. You know, it just popped in my head. Seeing the Freedom Angels made me remember. So I want to show it to you guys. And I'm pretty sure it's unlisted. Because what I normally do for Ben is I'll upload a version, my own version. And then he'll comment on it. And then he'll be like, okay, I don't like this. I like that. So there's normally like 3 or 4 copies of it. So May 1st right here. Well, would Democrats be mad just to love them? It's not there either. Well, shit. All right, let me log out of Ben's. Let me go back to mine. Maybe it was on mine. Search your channel. Let's just look at Freedom Angels. Sorry, guys. I know. Freedom Angels. Is this the only video I have for him? Freedom Angels. Can you stop the steal? No, that was just... Search your channel, Freedom Angels. Sorry, guys. I know. There's no video? Sorry. Let's look at Mayday then, maybe. Mayday. Here we go. This video right here. Watch this one. I don't know if this one's published or not, but you guys won't like this video. I'll tell you that.
Ben Burkholm, America's Voice News, out here at the state capitol. We've got law enforcement forcing people off of our property. This is We the People's house behind us. That Capitol building belongs to We the People. That is not Gavin Newsom's Capitol. That is the citizens of California's Capitol. So we have a mom breastfeeding down here. We have a mom breastfeeding right here.
I'm a single mom.
What's up, Matt Rogers?
My income was affected.
Arrest Newsom, his tyranny.
Stop the tyranny. They don't have a right to do this.
There's
they can say,
Boss City Mid.
a right to your permit, but guess what? Our permit is. It's the First Amendment.
You're not a Steve fan? Who's Steve?
Our house!
This is my footage right here. So this is my footage. I did not know I was right next to Mid.
USA! USA! Miles and miles of gridlock. Miles and miles of gridlock.
Man, is that loud for you or me? This is my footage right here. Watch this. Denise, stay here. Come on.
Hey! That's unlawful! That's unlawful! That's unlawful!
That's my hand right there. See, there's me.
Hey! Come on, you guys! Come on, you guys!
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Come on, you
Is
guys!
it loud for you guys too? Alright, let me turn it down. Now watch this.
Look what they're doing to me!
Move back!
I don't know!
I can't speak for everyone, but I support law enforcement. I support the rule of law. We support the Constitution.
So, like, even after that, I still didn't, say F the police. I was unhappy with those officers, And if, I know where the full video is. It's on Facebook. Let's go to Facebook, and I'll show you the full video. Oh, here comes Drunk Uncle right now. He's early. Oh, no, I'm just taking forever, I guess. Let's see. Let's go to Facebook. What's up, Drunk Uncle?
Oh, I'm just taking.
All right, let's add Drunk Uncle in here. I'm not showing him my face. He hates it. He likes to see my face, even though you guys can't see it. All right, let's add Drunk Uncle into this. Hold on 1 second, guys. So that way Drunk Uncle can say hi to you, and we can chit-chat while I'm looking for this other video. Other video. Da-dun-da-dun. There we go. Steve Pence, Eddie Films. That football player will never see the light of day again. He better get. Oh, that's from last night. That was from last night. How did that get up there?
Hey, Kim.
Yo, there we go. I'll take that down. You know what? I don't have Frontline America access, or did I give myself access on this one?
Hey, Paulie.
Oh, that's right. I can filter through days. So how you doing, Drunk Uncle? I'm searching for a video, so you can
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Hello, Tipsy.
All right. Wait, where's the fucking search? Trying to find, because I don't think I have access to this page, do I?
Hey, Joshua.
See, this is my whatchamacallit. Since they took my Facebook out.
Deborah?
They took my since I lost my Facebook, Ben didn't put me on this backup page on here, so how do I search? I want to search for a date. I thought there was a way you could do that on here. Or am I just out of it? I'm having one of those days, Drunk Uncle. I'm just excuse me. I think it's all the freaking time that I've been doing with all these live streams and stuff like that. All right, let's just do search.
Yeah.
Let's go May 1st. May 1.
Hello, Deborah, Snooky, Mr. Pia Flyer, Matt.
Okay, I found. And here's the problem. So on that day, both Ben and I were filming. And so, let me type in my name. So it's hard. Let's see. Oh, let's go date posted. Here we go, 2020. That makes it a little bit easier. And then May 1st, 2020, still on lockdown. I could have swore it was May 1st. May 31st, Eddie Block in Fresno, no. May 16th, May 10th, May 9th. May 1st, Eddie Block live from the steps of the Capitol. Here we go, this video right here.
Hey guys, I'm here. The cops trying to deny me access to get up here on my scooter. So 5 guys carried me up. So you want to see what's going on? Here's what's going on.
How come I'm always getting carried up steps? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I'm always getting. Hey guys, how loud is that? I don't want to be too loud. There's Fox City Mitch. I didn't even. I was so in the filming. I was like, I didn't even know Mitch was standing next to me.
It's crazy.
But so they're talking about. We're showing this guy talking about. You want to say fuck the police. I still don't think I can. I don't think I would say that. So watch. What I'm trying to show is I was on the steps and I got drugged down. My friends got ripped out of my arms.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, I went too far already.
USA! USA! USA!
So we're all just being cool right here, right? These are the Freedom Angels. You see these girls here? That's Tara. That's Denise. The girl in red is Heidi.
You get in right there, sir?
USA!
Huh?
USA!
I don't know where he is.
USA! USA!
Officers, remember your oath. Officers, remember your oath.
So nobody was saying they hated the cops this day either. Just so you know, we were trying to get Gavin Newsom to come talk to us. This was during the lockdowns, you know. So we were on the state capitol in Sacramento, and just earlier before that, like 2 days before that, Black Lives Matter was allowed up there, and they were burning stuff. But when we go there, they have millions of cops there, so that's why we were kind of upset.
Officers, remember your oath. Officers, remember your oath. Officers, remember your oath. Officers, remember.
Look, they're trying to pull that girl down.
Off the step. Officers, remember your oath.
Yeah, it was crazy and sad.
Officers, remember your oath. Officers, remember your oath. Officers, remember your oath.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but they just took a girl. Did you see that?
They arrested a couple of my friends there. Hey, it's Marco. It's funny seeing all these faces
So they're
that I'm like,
pushing us down now, guys.
I haven't seen in a while.
From the streets of Minnesota to
They're
the
pushing
hills
people.
of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to side,
They're pushing women now.
from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart. And I'm proud
Wheelchair crowd surfing, right?
So I'm proud to be an American.
At least I
know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died and gave that right to me. So I
So they're doing all this because we're standing on the steps. There was no fences. It wasn't broken. You know, this was nothing like January 6th. Yeah, go for it, Ultimate.
They're pushing us back right now, Facebook. They're pushing us back. They already arrested one person.
Oh yeah, well, that's a judge's ringtone, huh, Matt?
Exercising their constitutional right. I got
That person right there is a veteran, and he doesn't take shit from nobody.
These are lawful Americans. These are lawful Americans. The Constitution. I hope you see this, Attorney General Barr. We've crossed the line. We've crossed the line. We've crossed the line. We've crossed the line. We've crossed the line right here. We've crossed the line of freedom right here. They're winning right now. The tyranny is winning. The communism is winning. The Constitution is toilet paper right now. The Constitution is toilet paper right now.
You gonna get in there or what?
So I basically told him, I'm about to tell him to come sip on my scooter because they're trying to push him down. See how they're pushing him? So I'm going to say, you know what? Come sit in front of my scooter. They can't push my scooter.
I'm handicapped.
I know, I tried pulling the handicap card.
I'm handicapped here. Come on, man.
I don't know if that stopped them or not, but gotta pull the handicap card every once in a while, right?
I got one. I got one.
So you can legally push people if they're standing too close to you?
They wanted everybody out the steps, so they just started pushing them down. Is basically what happened.
Duly noted.
But now here's the thing. So the Capitol, normally you can walk right up to those steps. They're not off limits. They're not blocked off. They weren't blocked off this day, right? They just didn't want us there. They were just, like I said, the day before or 2 days before, Black Lives Matter and Antifa was there having a rally, and they were burning shit and breaking shit. They didn't do anything to them. But we went up there, and this is what happens.
Man, Here, stand right here. Stand right here. Come with me. Come with me. Here, let me get in the middle. I can hold them back. They won't hit me. Let me get in there. Here, stand right here.
See, I've always been crazy.
Look what they're doing to us, folks. They can't push my wheelchair down. They can't push my wheelchair down.
I've always been crazy.
They can't push my wheelchair down. Put it in there.
You can send this, but this is from over a year ago, Don Break.
They can't push my wheelchair down.
I don't think it'll help anymore.
Come this way, girls.
Just wait till you see after this.
Girls. Come over here, girls. I got you. I got you. Stay here.
And now they're about to start pushing Heidi, the girl in red. They're pushing her so much that she's literally giving me a lap dance in a few minutes. Not joking around.
They can't push me down. They can't push me down. Look at this, guys. I'm trying to push you all down.
Let me turn it up a little bit. I can't hear. I can't hear you.
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
Heidi's freaking out. You can tell.
Freedom! 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 See, look, they're pushing it into us, girl. Just hold on to me. Hold on to me. Come on, Denise, stay right here. They can't push me. You look at me. I don't want to be right here.
Let's go.
You all right? You okay? Lean on my scooter.
I don't know why I was saying freaking wheelchair earlier.
Come on, dude.
So now one of the guys is about to grab my scooter, like, cause you know how the controls on there? He tried to hit the controls, and I kind of slapped his hand away.
Are you guys getting this? I hope you guys are getting this. They're pushing the women into a man on a wheelchair. They're sexually assaulting all of us.
I was trying everything I could.
Don't touch my wheelchair. No.
I don't know why I kept saying wheelchair.
You can't touch my scooter. No, you guys can't touch my scooter.
I do not consent.
It was crazy, bro. Now they're taking Denise away.
Denise, stay here. Come on.
Denise was just like, fuck it, Eddie. What am I gonna do?
Hey! Come on, you guys.
Like, I didn't know what to do with the cops. I can't fight them.
What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, come on, you guys.
Like, I did not know what to do right here.
Somebody stole my keys.
Oh, by the way, yeah. So if you guys hear that guy that kept saying, "What are you doing?" Right? When those guys started messing with my scooter, like I went to go put my hand down there to turn the scooter off, and then I look and my keys were gone, and I look up and my buddy was like, so he took my keys so the cops couldn't make me move, right? So I'm like, somebody stole my keys, officer.
Somebody stole my keys. You all right, man? Yeah, somebody stole my keys.
Can you put it in neutral?
No. What are you guys doing?
I actually broke my scooter that day too.
Look what they're doing to me.
Move back!
I don't know. You guys are gonna break my wheelchair, man.
I don't know why I kept saying wheelchair that day.
Right here. Just have him right here. That's fine. See what they're doing, folks? See what they're doing? We're not trying to do anything wrong. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, now this is not the end of it.
Somebody stole my keys. so I can't move. So I hope they're not arresting me because somebody stole my keys.
It's not my fault somebody took my keys.
You know, I respect you guys, man.
No, I got you, man.
I don't have a key. Somebody stole it.
No, you were getting crushed. We needed to move you.
All right. I'm not in trouble, right?
No, you're not in trouble, man. I
just making sure,
I
cause.
want you to get a little more hurt than
all right.
them to get hurt.
Well, you guys were pushing pretty hard. Now I gotta find who stole my keys.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to show you guys what they now made me do. Let's see.
I gotta find my keys.
So, they made me walk. You know, the Capitol Police in Washington, D.C., you know how they made me walk down the steps? Well, these guys not only made me walk down the steps, but they made me walk like 100 feet.
Can you guys carry it down for me? It's locked up and somebody stole my keys. We're gonna go that way. The wheels are locked. That's a long way to carry it.
I was trying to go straight down.
But don't move out of my way. I can't walk that far. All right. I just want to go right down here.
I don't want to put you in the thick of it. I would much rather put
I'm going to go right back in the thick of it, though. All right, fine. You got to help me. You going to help me over there? Can you guys carry it? Yeah.
Like, there's people that video them. They're, like, dragging me.
You all right?
I can't walk that far, you guys. No, I wouldn't. I got a report. I got to be down there. It's my job.
We'll get your chair over here.
I got to find my keys now.
Get your chair down here first.
All right. Can I sit right there?
Yeah, you want to sit right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys.
There you go, bud.
Are they bringing my scooter over here, though?
I'll go get it. We're going to bring this chair.
All right. They're bringing my scooter over here, guys.
Bring the hole. Watch out. Is there a place that we can be asked to get back here? I'm here to peacefully.
Thank you, brothers. Hey, Sean's got the key. Where's?
All right, so now you guys got to see how I was treated like that, but I still didn't say fuck the cops, right? You know, still don't gotta do that. Anyway,
but you can always say fuck you directly.
Yeah, I mean,
police. I'm saying fuck you.
Yeah, I wasn't pissed at all cops that day, but I was definitely pissed at those officers that like were trying to like hit my controls to try and move me and shit like that. You know, step off, bro. And yes, well, no, I wasn't nowhere where I shouldn't have been, but they didn't need to push us off like that either, right? The reason why I was saying that because we're watching RSBN and this guy's saying, you know, I say fuck the police. You know, I'm like, no, we don't all say fuck the police. So how was your day? How was work?
It was okay. I thought I was going to get some of that homemade ear jerky today, but the lady forgot it, so I have to get it next week.
Let's see. When they take you to the oven, you might. Oh, yeah, you know, maybe. So if they take me to the oven over something stupid like that. Yeah. But it's the same thing with all groups, folks. There's certain people that are just jerk-offs, and that make the rest of the crowd look bad. How did your Veterans Day sale go?
I must have called Brandy last night and told her to do it. But she only set it up for pre-rolls
Dude,
So
her wife is a veteran. You would have think she would be giving veterans a bigger discount.
yeah.
Tell Brandy I'm mad at her for that one.
Okay. Well, I don't know whether or not I actually called her, but I assume so.
You said when you said, Eddie, hang up. I'm gonna hang up and do it right now. So I thought you were gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, I must not been able to type properly.
Yeah,
so I must have called her and be like, "Hey, I can't see straight. Can you do this for me?"
Yeah, you were probably a little drunk there.
Yeah.
You have an
Just a little bit.
You have an H. You have the best H1. I can't even read that meme. I'd like to see it. Let's see it. Oh, Dawnbreak has it. Oh, I made a meme for the lawyers today. You want to see? Let me see if it's on here still.
Oh, I think I seen it. Was it the thumbnail for your?
Yeah,
I'm not a lawyer. I play one on TV or something.
Yeah, we were watching it, and I was like, I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on TV. And I did that. I did that one. Hold on, I'll show everybody though. Let's see. We'll put it up here on the screen.
Turtle, finally you're eating. That piece of chicken's been in there for 4 days.
Yeah, that's the one I made right here. I'm not a real lawyer, but I play one on TV. Dude, I've had like, cause where I put it on the internet and I put it on like Facebook or whatever, and like I've had like over 1,000 shares of this. I guess that's pretty good. I'm not a real lawyer, but I play one on TV. Fucking douchebag. I thought the judge was gonna go off on him today, but unfortunately, they did not. A truck hit some sheriffs on that RSP. Yeah, that's why we're watching it.
I didn't get to see hardly any of the coverage today, but I did notice that they brought Julius up.
Yeah, they had Julius up on stage.
What? I didn't get to catch what his. I guess he's an expert in something.
He's an expert in like oh my gosh, he has a doctorate, and he's like an E9. Well, he's retired, I guess, but he's an E9, and which is very high up in the military rankings. And but he's a specialist on fact finding and stuff like that. So that's what they had him talk about. And so yeah, but I mean, nothing special happened today. I thought the judge was gonna start yelling at Homeboy again, but he started to, didn't he? He started to, but he didn't yell at him.
Well, I know Tim Pool was upset that the defense and the judge weren't tech savvy enough not to effectively argue some sort of picture being brought in, because it was they call it the tension zoom, but they use artificial intelligence to mimic what they think should be in the pixels.
Yeah.
And so it's not a fully authentic picture.
Yeah. And like what they were saying, like they're talking about, well, they add pixels to make the photo look bigger so they can make it bigger, right? The problem with that is though, like they said, well, you do it with pictures. Well, with pictures are really good quality. There's 1920 by 1080 pixels normally on a picture, right? If it's in like HD. And when you zoom that in, there's enough pixels to still make it clear. But when it's cell phone footage or drone footage, there's not enough pixels to make it zoom in. So like what I was showing is, here's 144p resolution, and if you zoom in, look how nasty it looks. And it does. Or even footage at night, right? Because footage at night is not as good as footage during the day, unless you have really good cameras, which there was no really good cameras of it. So I don't think it should have been let in. But then when you look at the difference, you can't even tell the difference. And so the guys were not allowed to point out the difference. Only the jury could have to look for the difference. So once that happened, it was like, all right, then that's no big deal. Who cares about it then?
What was the picture of?
They were trying to say that Kyle had lifted his gun up and they tried to say that Kyle lied and pointed his gun at the guy. And Kyle said, "No, I was pointing it at the ground." So that's
Which guy?
I forget who it was. You know my memory's as bad as yours, right? What's up, Eva Knievel?
It's either the child molester, the guy with the skateboard, or the guy that got his bicep blown off.
I think it was when he shot the pedo bomb.
Okay.
Or Rosen pedo. Are we calling him pedo bomb or Rosen pedo? I like pedo bomb better. Oh, you know what? Oh, they're on.
Yeah, I like that one.
Which one? Pedo bomb or Rosen pedo?
No, dead piece of shit.
Oh, dead piece of shit. Oh, okay. That's all right. Oh, I know exactly. They're in the marina, so they're still by the. Oh yeah, they're still by the Golden Gate Bridge. But they said somebody. They ran somebody over. So I'm trying to find out where they ran people over. And that girl's the announcer's pretty. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna show you guys something. Who was it that sent it to me? I think it was P3 Patriot sent it to me. It is it's from why is my brain freezing right now? It's Drew Hernandez. You know, the guy that actually testified today. He was on fire too. He was fucking with the DA too. But anyway, so Drew Hernandez. I know this lady. I've interviewed her before. What happened? He was he talked afterwards outside the courthouse, and I actually have it.
I'm gonna throw up.
What? They took the video down? Oh, RSBN got kicked out. No way. Look, you can still see the video. RSBN just got in trouble.
Wah, wah.
Somebody.
What are they doing?
They're showing that protest video unavailable. Son of a bitch.
What protest?
There's a march. I was just gonna go watch the accident. I guess we shouldn't have talked. We should have watched it in San Francisco. I didn't even know there was a protest today in San Francisco about the vaccine mandate. For the vaccine mandate. The vax mandate. All right, so you guys want to see what Drew has to say? This is from Real America's Voice News. And I know they're not going to get mad at me for showing this. You know why? Because I guess I still actually work for them, kind of. I don't know. I haven't edited any of their videos in a long time. But if I get a copyright for it, I can just call the manager. I know the head guy. Remember when I told you he emailed me a while ago, or like a couple months ago, Drunk Uncle, and he was like, "Hey, how's it going, Eddie?" And I thought he wanted me to come do some more work for him or something after the Capitol stuff.
Ben?
No, not Ben. His boss.
Oh, I thought Ben was the boss.
No. Ben is just a correspondent.
Interrupting.
No. I mean, like the station manager.
Oh, I don't remember that. Not to say that you didn't tell me. I just don't remember that.
I'm guessing RSBN gets in trouble probably for it was a vaccine mandate rally. So I bet you they maybe got hit for what do you think? There's a couple of possibilities. It could have been medical misinformation, right? Because here's the problem: when you're in a crowd of people and they're talking about stuff like that, and you interview somebody, they say the one wrong thing, YouTube will kick you off. If somebody in your chat room says one wrong thing, YouTube will kick you off, right? It could have maybe been somebody talked about maybe the irregularities in the election. Who the hell knows? They're live on their app. I don't have their app, Paul. I don't. Are they talking about why they got kicked off? Anyway, so here's Drew. We're going to show you what Drew talked about after he got out of the courtroom. So here we go.
This program for a special live report.
And a good day once again to you from Real America's Voice. I'm David Oliver, live in our Denver headquarters studios this afternoon. We're breaking into the water cooler with David Brody to bring you some new information and new context, if you will, on a case that the nation is focused on this week up in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The trial involving Kyle Rittenhouse. He stands accused of murder in the deaths of two men and attempted murder on another man for his actions involving a police brutality protest that happened there in Kenosha, Wisconsin, back in August of 2020, so just last year. One of the key witnesses that has proven to provide some pivotal testimony in this case is Real America's Voice correspondent and contributor Drew Hernandez. And I want to bring Drew Hernandez in to talk with us and give us some more context and perspective on what we're watching happen and unfold there in the courtroom in this Kyle Rittenhouse case this week. Good afternoon, Drew. I'm glad you're here. Before we talk about your testimony today and what you told the jury there on the stand in the courtroom, let's provide our viewers with some context in terms of what exactly you were doing at that time back in August of 2020. You were there just to kind of cover the protests and see what was happening there on the ground.
Yes, so August 23rd, I was actually in 2020, I was actually in Chicago, and Jacob Blake was shot that evening. And I was in Chicago chilling, hanging out in my hotel room, and I started to notice on Twitter that a riot was forming. The rioters were already taking bricks and throwing them at the heads of police officers, so I decided to take an Uber from Chicago all the way to Kenosha, which was about $300. And right when I arrived, they already had garbage trucks on fire. They were looting buildings, which actually behind me, if you guys could see behind me, these buildings directly behind me were the very buildings that were being looted, and all of that footage could be seen on my Twitter. And when I showed up that night, this was the first night in Kenosha, they were burning down buildings. They burned down a car dealership. They burned down other business buildings. They looted all of these stores right behind me, and it was a very violent scenario. It was not a protest. Nothing about Kenosha was a protest at all. It started as a violent riot with arson, vandalism, and looting from the very beginning.
Yeah, and Drew, I know there was some questioning today in terms of your use of the word rioters on the stand, and I want to get into that shortly, but I also want to make the distinction to our viewers and remind people that at that time you were not an employee or a contractor with Real America's Voice. You were there on your own, correct?
Absolutely. I was 100% independent.
What's wrong, Don Break?
When I reported on all of this.
Right. And I bring that up because there was some questioning today from
that he talked to the media after on stand.
She said what?
I don't know. She said, I really hope that he didn't go talk to the media after court.
This is right after court. This is it.
Yeah. So that's why she said fuck.
Oh. Yeah, but this is his own news network. He works for America's Voice News. Well, it's not called America's Voice News anymore. It's called Real America's Voice. But yeah.
About a potential bias on your side involving your testimony, which clearly was not the case because you were not, and even the judge said, you know, whoever you're employed by now or whatever you're doing has nothing to do with what happened in the video that you took back in August of 2020.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not only an eyewitness to what happened the night that Kyle Rittenhouse shot Joseph Rosenbaum. I have it all on video as well. So whether I saw it with my own eyes,
who cares about the
I have it on video too. So they would have to literally accuse the video itself of somehow being biased. That's why I think it was pretty ridiculous, because I was simply there to document what was taking place that night as a journalist, as a reporter, and independent media. So I think it was pretty ridiculous that they were trying to discredit me like that, because you can't argue with the footage. It literally speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean, video doesn't lie. That is the truth. Video is not a lie, and you provided, I know, hours of different material and video for both sides, both the state and the defense. I do want to bring up that, you know, Kyle Rittenhouse has said in this trial, as he especially this week was on the stand in his own defense when he broke down. A lot of people saw that happen on Wednesday. He has said that he was simply trying to protect private property and provide first aid on the scene. Did you see that assertion on his behalf, or did you see other people that were trying to do what he says he was doing the night that these people were killed during the protesting and the looting there in Kenosha?
Yeah, like I said in the testimony earlier, when Kyle was en route to Car Source 3, where the shooting took place, he did have a fire extinguisher, and he was on his way. He was asking people around if they needed medical. And I could only speculate based upon the footage that he was on his way to protect the private property, because that's what he testified as well. So I think the video and the testimony aligns itself, and I think people could decide for themselves based on the evidence at hand. And that's what I saw, and that's what I filmed as well at the same time.
Sure. Drew, I just want to ask you in wrapping up here, a lot of people are watching this trial this week unfold on television. They're seeing the images, hearing the testimony. You were there in person, which is something that a lot of us don't have the ability to do, obviously. Just describe for us what you saw there in the courtroom, the demeanor of the people involved. I know the judge had some concerns today that he seemed almost frustrated at various times with both sides. Just describe what you saw and felt there in the courtroom.
Yeah, inside of the courtroom, it's very tense. Obviously, it's a very serious situation. Probably the second largest trial of 2021, probably right behind the George Floyd, Derek Chauvin trial and case. It's very tense inside of the courtroom for obvious reasons. For me personally, I felt like the I felt like the prosecution was putting me on trial, which is weird because I'm just a witness and I'm there just to simply say what I saw and what I documented. And even though I'm a journalist and a member of the media, that makes it even more weird, just being completely honest. But that's kind of how I was feeling. I wasn't worried about anything. I have nothing to hide. I didn't doctor any footage. I'm not trying to put out a narrative. I was just here today to simply tell the truth, and that's what I did.
And we all saw you do that, Drew, and we commend you for that. I do want to ask you one more question, though. I thought of something else. Talk about when you saw and what you saw, if you saw, Rosenbaum pointing that gun at Kyle Rittenhouse. Again, Rittenhouse says he was defending private property. He was providing first aid to people who needed help. And he says that the killings were in self-defense. So just describe for us, if you could, what you saw in terms of that gun being pointed at Rittenhouse that night.
No trial tomorrow. It's not back till Monday.
Yeah, well, Rosenbaum himself never pointed a weapon or a gun at Kyle Rittenhouse. I believe it was another individual behind him that fired a pistol as Rosenbaum was charging him into the car dealership. And what needs to be pointed out is that between when Joseph Rosenbaum was committing arson in the middle of the street and then he walked to Car Source 3 to charge Kyle from behind, that was 2 minutes and 5 seconds. That's how short of a time he was committing arson to where he charged Kyle from behind. Someone let off a shot. He's charging Kyle. He throws something at Kyle. Kyle turns around and shoots Joseph Rosenbaum.
And Drew, I'm going to wrap it up now, but I know in your reporting with us here on Real America's Voice, you put yourself in dangerous situations all the time. You take us to the stories, you take us to the front lines. And I have to imagine, again, you weren't a part of our team during this period back in August of 2020, but I just have to imagine that it must have been just a very tense time, even as you were just there trying to document what you were seeing and witnessing and the events of that night with those protests and riots.
Who was wrong?
Absolutely. Everything I do is undercover for obvious reasons. I receive death threats from Antifa, Black Lives Matter supporters on social media. So everything I do that's riot related, it's all undercover. So I'm thankful to God that I've been safe. I'm thankful to God that I'm with Real America's Voice now. And I'm thankful to God.
All right, that's enough. No, there's nothing tomorrow at all from the court. There's nothing going on with the court tomorrow. Anyways, you know what? There's something else I want to play now, too. Sorry, guys, I'm not going by our normal thing. I'm doing things different tonight. We're going to play just a short part. If I have to find it because it just popped in my head. We talked about it yesterday. I finished watching it again last night. The way Crowder went off yesterday, I think we need to show it again. What do you think, Ron? Where was it at? It was right after Kyle started crying. And Steven Crowder just went on a rant. Remember that rant, Drunk? Is it right here?
Offering, medical assistance, of arrests. You're talking about thousands.
Were you able to get back the car source number 2?
No, I did not.
Describe that.
Somewhere right in here.
It was a misjudgment.
Yes, it was.
I thought the
gas station.
Hero as far as going down there trying to help the community as you did. Before we even talk about the shootings, but he's on camera asking for a fire extinguisher. He's on camera putting out fires. He's on camera delivering medical assistance. He's not a qualified paramedic. Okay, you weren't there. You didn't help. Shut up. He's down there cleaning up graffiti. This is all on video. Hours of Kyle Rittenhouse before the shootings. Contrast that with Rosenbaum is not only not on camera providing. That's real. Maybe that's why they put him on the stand.
Yeah.
Because they knew, you know what, this trial needs a little bit of authenticity. All of a sudden, when the veil of pomp and circumstance is lifted, and you just see this is a kid who had to make some tough decisions, who ultimately is going to have to live with this for the rest of his life. And that's why when people say, that's why, think of how evil it is for a second. Think of this for a second. That kid is there crying, right? And all of you right now, we all feel, hopefully, unless you're a sociopath like Rosenbaum or like a Gage, sorry, I get it, hearsay. But unless you're a sociopath, your heart goes out to that kid. Even the media is trying to acknowledge that he's not a stone cold killer, right? But think about this for a second. The kid was banned from GoFundMe. Posts praising Kyle Rittenhouse were removed from Facebook, from Twitter, under their guidelines of supporting mass shooting. Do you know what? Do we have that clip? We have that clip of Biden. Which clip is it? Biden weighed in on this, clip R. Biden weighed in, and I was going to use this before on the secession of states in America. Biden weighed in on this case before the trial even started, to be clear. Here you go. Here's the president of the United States condemning this kid before, no doubt, he had watched any footage.
I'm praying the verdict is the right verdict, which is...
Oh, yeah, LeBron James.
Just imagine being...
Did you hear what he was doing? He was making fun of him, saying he was fake crying and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they played the video of Rosenbaum saying, shoot me, and the N-word. Yeah, they sure did.
That kid, it's like, okay, we know now what happens.
No, they got to get down to 12
We know
jurors.
now, and with the benefit of hindsight, with the benefit of all of this footage.
Biden is such an asshole.
not yet.
I know, he's such
I really can't even pretend he's not.
We know it's going to
He doesn't know anything.
Not to mention that they were videotaping the jurors. They were caught.
Yeah. Oh, and for you guys that don't watch his show, if you don't know, Dave Landau is like Drunk Uncle. He's a Democrat coming to our side. Well, you're not a Democrat anymore.
I didn't know that was Landau's background.
I'm pretty sure he said he was more on that side before, from what I remember.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
Videotaping the jurors this week. They're trying to dox the jurors. Here, do we have that clip of them? Here you go. Here's the judge talking about they were caught trying to pressure the jurors, to try and slant the jury. And you wonder why people on the right say that the left hates the United States of America. What? They hate due process. They hate the right to self-defense. They hate the right to free speech. And in this case, with one simple act of trying to videotape the jurors and make it public, they're infringing on all of those. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, not to mention due process and a fair trial. Here is the judge talking about it yesterday.
This morning at the pickup, there was someone there and was video recording the jury, which the officers approached the person and required him, her, I didn't even ask, to delete the video and return the phone to him.
Going off all day today,
I've instructed that if it happens again, they're to take the phone and bring it here. So
we just saw Kyle Rittenhouse obviously breaking down crying. It would be one thing, there was a time in this country where, let's just say this was a he said versus pedophile said. he said versus wife beater said, he said, she said, but it's not. It's overwhelming amount of video, overwhelming amount of evidence, overwhelming amount of eyewitness testimony, including the witnesses who were brought forward by the prosecution, by the way. Let's be clear about that. Today's the first day the defense has brought forward any of their witnesses. Let's be really clear about that. The overwhelming amount versus people who have active criminal records and were on camera that night trying to cause harm. Here's the thing. What you just saw boil over with Kyle Rittenhouse is, first and foremost, I'm sure, overwhelmed with emotion because he seems to genuinely feel, I hope he doesn't feel guilty. If I could talk to him, I would say, don't feel guilty about what you did. But I know he feels bad. I know that I've never been in a situation where I've had to take a life. And by the way, that's also why I think it's important for people like us to praise him. When people say, well, you just praising him, you don't know how hard it is to take a life. That's absolutely right. That's why I praise the kid who went there to help, to be clear, who went there to serve his community, who went there to provide medical assistance. I think it's important to praise the kid. I think the kid is dealing with being overwhelmed with emotions, obviously, for I really hope not guilt. But think of what this kid had to fight. This kid didn't just have to go down there and fight for his life, which, by the way, would be enough of a story. Think about it. Hit in the head with a skateboard, rocked, someone else running up on him with a gun and managing to clear a malfunction and only shoot him in the bicep. That itself is amazing. So not only did he have to fight people that night, but after that, he had to fight all of the media. Remember the story? White supremacist goes down
I don't think so,
to
Don.
join militia. None of it was true. Had to fight the media, had to fight the president of the United States in the court of public opinion, had to fight big tech. GoFundMe, boot it. Hope he sues the shit out of them. Facebook, you can't praise Kyle Rittenhouse. Really? Did you remove any articles that said he was a white supremacist? Hey, have all articles about the Steele dossier, about Russia collusion been removed? Has Hunter Biden laptop stories, have they been reapproved? No, but no one could get out, and we had to deal with this, accurate stories regarding Kyle Rittenhouse because they labeled him a mass shooter. So the kid couldn't raise money. The kid couldn't raise money online in the most effective way possible with a legal defense fund at GoFundMe to fight not only the trial, the media, the president, big tech, and, lest we forget, the FBI. The FBI had footage.
I don't know where Indico is.
That they were sitting on this entire time. Lost it. Isn't it, by the way, convenient? They found it, I guess, yesterday. They found some new HD footage. Yeah. Don't know if that was the FBI or not. It's pretty tough to keep track. What do you think you would do at 17? I know what I would do at 17 if they said, by the way, you're going to have the president come out and give a statement against you. You're going to be removed from every single major social platform that's available while the media tars and feathers you. And the FBI is going to hold on to footage and not release it that would completely exonerate you and really eliminate the need for any sort of a trial in the first place. Oh, and by the way, you're going to have Black Lives Matter activists and you're going to have Antifa activists videographing the jury so that they make sure that justice is served how they want. And by the way, even if you win all of this, and by the way, that's a big if, the FBI kind of gunning for certain Americans. I don't know how they go through their selection process. But even if all of this happens, just so you know, people are probably going to riot in the streets and, people are going to die if you're not guilty. So just so you know, you'll be responsible for more death. That's where that kid broke down. And anyone, and this is where at that point, I don't want to be that I don't want to be that guy who just, oh, this is ridiculous and I hate this and just emote. But you know what? Anyone who, specifically people who work at Facebook who said we're not going to allow posts praising Kyle Rittenhouse because it's praising of a mass shooter. Fuck you. People at GoFundMe who removed this kid's ability to defend himself.
Now, just so you guys know, it is very rare. If you don't watch Steven Crowder, he rarely cusses, right, Drunk? You hardly ever... Yeah. Most of the time, they bleep out the cuss words.
I do want to say one thing because they've mentioned this several times before, that they weren't able to make fun of Greta Thunberg because she was under the age of 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But people were openly, willy-nilly calling him a white supremacist and a murderer. And, I mean... Oh, the world we live in today is quite disheartening.
Yeah. right? All right. But here's why I'm playing this, folks, because this isn't. I think he says it better than anybody else right now, so that's why I'm going to play this.
Himself legally. Fuck you. People at the FBI who had footage and never made it available when they were going through evidence. Fuck you. And by the way, President Biden, who said that he hopes justice was swift, and in this case it was very clear and severe, and weighed in before the trial even took place, and no doubt, because he cannot be bothered, just like reporters, to simply reference the hours of footage that is out there. Former Vice President Biden, fuck you. This kid is deserved. He is owed an apology from all of you. All of you. And I hope it goes beyond. You're seeing a lot of people right now in the leftist media. I don't even want to name names, but I'm pretty sure you can guess. I talked about this even last week, and now all of a sudden it's making the rounds in the conservative blogosphere. A lot of people on the left trying to distance themselves from this now. Saying, oh, well, you know what? It seems like there's
I'm going to stop it there. But I have never seen Crowder go like, and so just so you know, he had a guest set up for right after this. Instead of playing the guest, and it's at 1 hour 17 minutes. Normally they're off the air by now. Normally they're at the Mug Club. He went on for another 40 minutes just about Kyle Rittenhouse the whole entire time.
I hope after the trial that Steven reaches out and hopefully gets him in studio.
That would be cool. That definitely would be cool. Oh, since we're here, hold on, let's see.
And why is it? Did he not do anything today because it's Veterans Day?
He said, what he said was this: there's some big stuff in the works, and that's what his thing was. It says there's some big stuff in the works, so stay tuned for Monday. I saw some cool memes today, and I shared them on Facebook so I could save them, so it's just easier for me to show you through Facebook. I like this one. Oh wait, that's right. I forget. Drunk's got to take a minute to catch up. Yeah, it was a 2.5 hour stream from Crowder. I just baked you some shut the fuck up cakes. Kaylee to what's her name? This one I really like. The gas prices. Then there's the one I made. There's the one I made. So, there's the true stuff right there. If Josephine comes in, somebody let me know. I wanted to show her that we did donate the money for her. All right, let's get to the news, right? That's what we're all here for. That's why y'all come. But we do have we have some stuff on the Rittenhouse trial today and some other stuff. Oh, what is it? Oh yeah.
Out.
All right, check this out. I gotta play this for you guys. Drunk, you're gonna have to watch this on your. It's a video. So this is funny. Somebody sent this to me, or no, I found this on. I forget where I found it, but this thing is funny.
Here he is, the biggest douche of the universe. In all the galaxies, there's no bigger douche than you. You've reached the top, the pinnacle of douchedom. Good going, douche. Your dreams have come true.
Sure, Harley. Hey, actually, Harley, call me. Can I call you right after the show? I'll call you. How about that? That's not what I want to do. I thought that was funny. Yeah, Harley, I will call you right after the show. If I don't, call me, just in case I forget. All right, what's up on it? We'll start with OAN like I always do. I don't know. I'm a person of creature of habit. I start with the same. Why?
That's why I was quite upset when I didn't have my Crowder today.
Yeah.
Took the whole day off.
Well, I can't watch Crowder this week anyways because I'm streaming the trial, so. All right, so California school district will not comply with the vaccine mandate. They're the ones telling Gavin Newsom to go fuck himself. A school district in Sacramento, California unveiled they will not be following Governor Gavin Newsom's coronavirus vaccine mandate. The announcement came out Wednesday after the Calaveras Unified School District voted to not support, enforce, or comply with the order on Tuesday night. Earlier this month, the district noted that they were made aware of the potential impacts of liability, exposure, funding loss, and other formal actions that could be taken against the district. However, they held strong in their unanimous decision. The mandate would apply to both students and staff and comes after the CDC authorized the jab for kids 5 to 11. The school district's decision also goes against doctor recommendations that have said vaccination is necessary in order to keep our communities safe and our schools open.
I guess I'm gonna let Miss Turtle back out again. She's in there. She's just pacing back and forth. She's been pacing back and forth the whole time.
She doesn't like being locked up. She's a turtle. She's like, let me in the backyard, asshole.
Well, see how small she is?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to let her go in the backyard? I'll never be able to find her.
Put some glow-in-the-dark paint on her shell, you know?
Supposedly that hurts them. Their shell is more sensitive than you think.
Oh, really?
From what I read, like you're not even supposed to like pour, like if you give them a bath or something, you're not supposed to like pour like cold water on them or anything like that.
Really? I didn't know that.
And you stink. You just trotting back and forth. I already showed you where that damn rat took her.
Yeah. She's like, Dad, you're telling me I stink? Motherfucker,
Yeah.
you stink too. All right.
Probably. But you see she don't have a claw or a hand anymore from that rat.
Yeah, you showed me that. No, wait,
here.
Wait a minute. Did Joe Biden really say this today? Did Joe Biden really say that? Biden calls Satchel Paige the great Negro in latest gaffe, and I'm repeating what he said, folks.
He absolutely did say that.
President Biden referred to the late baseball player Satchel Paige as the great Negro before correcting himself during his Veterans Day address at the Arlington National Cemetery on Thursday. Hey, at least he didn't say the other N-word. Biden was honoring former U.S. Ambassador to Hungary David Blinken, an Army veteran.
Like he hasn't said it on camera before a few times.
Yeah, you know, that was different though. You know, I remember we debunked that, or I debunked it at least. He was just reading. He was reading a transcript from a court case. So I can't.
I've adopted the attitude of the great.
You can let him slide on that, but no, you could have. He could have censored himself.
Oh wait a minute! They're saying he said it twice. All right, let's.
But it's just like Landau said it. Landau was like he woke up going, "Ooh, I get to say it today."
How do you know Landau said that?
Because they showed that old clip of Biden, and as a joke that Landau made, he was like, "Yeah, I bet he woke up that day going, ooh, I get to say it today."
Ah, okay.
Biden, yeah.
Negro at the time, pitcher in the Negro leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros, into the Major League Baseball after Jackie Robinson. His name was Satchel Paige.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Play this again.
I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time, pitcher in the Negro leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros, into the.
Okay, so the first time him saying it is a gaffe, but saying the Negro leagues, isn't that what, I'm not trying to stick up for the dude, but isn't that what it was called? Or am I wrong? I thought that's what it was called. I mean, the first thing he said, no. He could have said one of the greatest baseball players of his time. Saying that N-word in there should not have been part of it. But saying the Negro League, I believe that's what the league was called. So I don't know if that's a bad thing to say the second time. The first time, no. Wasn't that what it was called, the Negro League?
It could have been worded differently,
Yeah.
Just because something's called something that doesn't mean you need to repeat it.
Yeah.
Just like we say the N-word. It's a real word. That was used, but we don't use that word anymore out of respect.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I'm not a big fan of Joe Biden, but that's just my thoughts, you know?
Poopy pants. Poopy pants.
There you go, poopy pants. All right, Oklahoma representative files bill to ban vaccine mandates in the state. Right on. An Oklahoma lawmaker has filed a bill that will aim to ban any COVID-19 vaccine mandate in the state. Oh yeah, if Trump said this, oh, the whole world would be exploding. That fucking racist President Trump. Blah, blah, blah. Heck. Yeah.
Yeah, remember when they freaked out when he's like, "Where's my African American at? There he is."
I don't remember that one. I don't.
Yeah, somebody was at his rally that he, I guess, most have spoken with. He said, "Where's my African American something or another at?" Point. He said, "There he is," and they flipped out. Racist, racist, racist.
Ah, I gotcha. So State Rep Tom Gann, representative of Enola, filed House Bill 103X, nicknamed the Liberty Bill, this week to end what he calls shocking abuse after receiving numerous calls from constituents who face loss of employment due to the vaccine mandate. Following Oklahoma's successful landmark opioid settlement against the drug makers, it's inconceivable that any employer would ask employees to subject themselves to an EUA injection from that same industry. Very interesting. Who knows what movie I just quoted? Gann has echoed the familiar argument that the vaccine has not received full approval and remains available as part of the emergency use authorization. The Pfizer vaccine has received approval from the FDA, but it may not be widely available just yet. Yeah, you know, forcing any...
The what? They talking about the pills?
No, the injections.
What's not widely available?
The Pfizer injection? What?
Oh.
Sooners in wrecked Veterans Day. I don't. Andrew, what are you talking about? You got me lost there, bud. We should stop calling it a vaccine. It's a. If I could, I would, but they'll kick me off Facebook for saying shit like that. Okay, what are you talking about? I've already been kicked off of Facebook. They'll kick me off of YouTube for saying shit like that. They'll kick me off of YouTube for you saying shit like that, which is a bunch of BS. But it is what it is, folks. We don't have freedom of speech in the United States anymore. Hey, Portland. Hopefully it wasn't Mr. Bill. I don't know if Mr. Bill could ever hurt anybody. He seems too nice. Portland driver threatened with a sword calmly walks to the trunk and gets a rifle. Looks like you brought the wrong weapon to the party, folks. A Portland road rage incident escalated sharply when one driver realized he had brought a sword to a gunfight. Could you imagine that? The video caught on Twitter shows one driver approaching the other with a sword ready to strike. The second driver gets out of his car and tells the first driver to leave, at which point the second driver goes into his trunk and retrieves what appears to be an assault rifle. As soon as the user recording the video saw the gun, he stopped recording. Oh man, I wish I was there. Fucking Antifa. Little soy boy. Whoa, hold on. I gotta turn the volume down. I forgot. We'll get in trouble for that song. Little soy boy. Dude, he's like half the size, too. Oh, and he's in a Ford. So hold on. I got something for you, my friend. Why'd you stop recording? That's why you're supposed to keep on recording. Yeah, if somebody could help Eva get in Discord. I don't know how to. I can't help her while I'm on the show right now. The type of gun is unknown, but social media users speculated that the gun may be an AK. Oh my gosh. Who wrote this story? Fox News. It might be an AK-15. Hey guys, are AK-15s legal in the United States?
I think they just they just came out yesterday.
Yeah, that's just like those AR-14s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The AR-47s.
Oh yeah, the AR-47s. Yeah, I really want to get one of those. Hi, Carol. I would love to get that
I
one of
think they're
those.
one of those fully semi-automatic weapons.
You know, I let Fox slide earlier when they forgot the R on driver because like they put the second drive goes right here. I was gonna mess with them on this, and I let it slide. But when you call it an AK-15, I can't let that one slide. I don't know a lot about guns, but I'm pretty sure there's not an AK-15. There's an AR-15 and an AR-47. But she gotta ride a Harley. AK-15 is just an idea. Look at this soy boy though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and oh, it's not only does it have exploding hollow points. Here, let's do an advertisement, folks. When you're out there in traffic and someone pulls a sword on you, you should grab your AK-15. We got exploding hollow point bullets. Hell, the AK-15 bullets, they can even go around corners, folks. They will follow a target for miles. You don't gotta fear, you'll never miss with an AK-15. I'm sorry.
That's my bad motherfucker right there.
Even drunk uncle get hit with an AK-15. Drunk uncle may have his beer goggles on, but when he uses his AK-15, that fucker hits every goddamn time.
Yeah, you shoot it in the air and it finds the bad guy.
Right? All you gotta do is say, hey, AK-15, I want you to shoot this person. All right, thank you. And then you just point it anywhere. And it finds them. I need one of those guns. Right? Shit, that did you get what was that? Okay, older people might remember it. Drunk, you might even know it. There was a movie in the 80s with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons. Tom Selleck was a cop, and Gene Simmons was he was the bad guy. He was a mastermind, and he had somebody, I don't know if he invented or somebody invented all these weapons for him, right? He had little spiders that, mechanical spiders that would come up on you, and it would freaking like inject a poison into you to kill you. And then he invented a gun where the bullets would shoot around corners. What? Runaway. Thank you, David Aguilar. That's the name of the movie, Runaway. That was a badass movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Watch. Let's see. Runaway movie. Oh yeah,
They do have technology with the explosives though now, don't they? Like military graded. Like you lock in on a certain target, and even if the target moves, it like follows it.
I believe so. Yes, I know that in the old, like before, they would have a laser. So like there'd be a plane in the air pointing a laser, and the weapon would follow the laser. But I think a bomb now can follow the person. I think. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. But who the hell knows what they have? Cause right? Who knows? Let's see. Runaway. Let's see if they show the spiders. Oh yeah. Well, here's the spider. Right, there's actually Gene Simmons getting killed by his own spider. Oh, whoops, did I just give away part of the movie? Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, this movie was badass. It was in the 80s, but I think, what was it, from the 2000s? So how come do we have these spiders yet, folks? Dude, and Gene Simmons, he looked fucking psycho in that video. Like, seriously psycho in that movie. Like, Gene Simmons did pretty good in the movie, I think. Right? He never pulled out his tongue, though. Never pulled out his tongue. Yeah, he's never cheated on his wife. Never. But he's had sex with thousands of girls. What did he say? He's had more. He's probably. I think he said he had more sex with more women than Dr. J did.
Yeah, he's never cheated on her because he just tells her.
Oh, is that how he gets away with it? If you tell, it's not cheating?
Well, they probably have an agreement. He's like, you know what it is.
No,
Just like with Donald Trump and Melania Trump. I mean, you really think Melania Trump? I mean, you really think Melania loves Donald Trump? No. It was an agreement. It's just like with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. I think they've been a part of an open marriage their whole lives. There's an agreement there.
Okay. I don't know, but I was watching that his show. What was it? The Family Jewels or whatever. I used to watch that show, and towards the end, she was getting mad and jealous that she thought he was sleeping with other women. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I was just talking off the top of my head.
Yeah. Let's see. What is this one? So it's a homeless veteran, and they say helping the caravan people should be a priority. Yet there's a homeless vet living on the street, pushing a shopping cart around. That's exactly what the Democrats think now. They don't like that. The Democrats do not like veterans. They don't. They don't. They
Oh, what am I in trouble for now?
Uh-oh.
This Melania Trump probably doesn't like Donald. Okay, just my opinion.
I wonder what this dude thinks. Oh my gosh, what's his name? This guy, this actor. Well, you don't know, you can't see it. The actor. I always forget his name. He was in Step Brothers. He was in what other movie? Did you? Oh, you never watched that show. He was Phil's. He was Gil on Modern Family. I think that's his name. Gil Thorpe. Was that his name? So he's a Marine veteran, I believe, and he's in Hollywood. I wonder what he thinks about all the Hollywood punks and how they treat veterans and stuff like that. Anyway, so here's what I don't like. A Capitol police officer wished Happy Veterans Day to all who served, except those who were involved in the Capitol attack. Are you serious? Really? You're gonna say I'm gonna say Happy Veterans Day to everybody, except for those who were involved in the Capitol attack? That's a bunch of bullshit. Capitol police officers send a sharp message to the Capitol rioters in a Thursday Veterans Day tweet. Officer Harry Dunn wished service members a happy holiday with one caveat: except those who were involved in the January 6th insurrection. Number one, it wasn't an insurrection, asshole. Nobody's ever been charged with insurrection. Right? Oh, and Julius, by the way, Julius, happy Veterans Day, bro. And happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. I said it earlier, but I don't think Julius was here yet. And Andrew, you were a veteran too, I believe. Let's see, who else in here is a veteran? Everybody that's a veteran. Happy Veterans Day. Let's see, happy Veterans Day. Yeah, sorry, drunk. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no good. I was just saying absolutely.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets of this nation. You're all appreciated more than you know. Your dedication is the catalyst we need to make this country great. I love that. But then in bold letters, he put, except those who were involved in the January 6th insurrection. You know what, Harry A. Dunn? Go fuck yourself.
And I'd be like, respect to all the cops out there, unless your name's Harry Dunn. If your name's Harry Dunn, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you were one of those motherfuckers that dropped me down the steps. How about I say, you know what? Thank you to all you police out there and you first responders, except for Harry Dunn, you piece of shit, for dropping me down the fucking stairs at the Capitol on January 6th. 'Cause you wouldn't let me ride down the elevator, which was there.
And also throw in racist. You got to throw in racist too.
Oh yeah, he's racist because I'm white and he's black, right? That shit's racist.
Yeah, or just pick something else.
Oh no, you hate.
Try to say 2 + 2 is 4, and he's like, "That's racist."
They hate handicapped people. That's what it is.
He's ableist,
right? You're an ableist.
Isn't that what that's called? Ableist?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. So now, so guys, we're on liberal Yahoo News, right? And Rolling Stone magazine, which is liberal too. They're like, Kyle Rittenhouse trial judge asked the jury to applaud the defense witness. He didn't ask the jury. He just asked everybody in the courtroom. He's like, hey, he asked the people on the jury. He said, hey, is there anybody here in the jury that is a veteran? And then you hear him say, wow, I'm surprised. Normally there's veterans on a jury. And he's like, well, I think Mr. Knight, I think his name was. I think he's all, Mr. Knight is a veteran. So how about this? Let's thank all the veterans and Mr. Knight for their service. Let's give him an applause. He didn't tell the jury to applaud him. Hopefully they show the video. Let's see. Do they have the video? They got the picture of it, but oh, here's the video.
I wanted to just observe that it's Veterans Day. And any veterans in the room, on the jury or anywhere else? Well, that's unusual not to have at least somebody in here. But Dr. Black is.
Dr. Black, I'm sorry.
Okay, and I think we give a round of applause to the people who've served our country.
Did you hear him tell the defense to do that? Or did you hear him tell the jury to say that to them? No.
Okay, so you may proceed.
He didn't say anybody had to do it. He just said, how about we give an applause to the veterans?
And who gives a shit even if he did?
Right? Yeah. Bunch of bullshit, bro. Oh my God. It's just liberal people trying to get people in trouble. Oh yeah, this is a good joke too. So this joke, this judge, he's pretty funny. Here's one of his jokes today.
Let's hope for 1 o'clock. I don't know. Hope the Asian food isn't coming. Isn't on one of those boats in Long Beach Harbor. But let's.
I was laughing when he said that. This judge is comical. I like him, right? And yeah, he's a Democrat probably, but who cares? I enjoy, the way he's handling the trial. I think he's doing a good job. Like they say, not all Democrats are bad. He may have one bad thing where he probably, being a judge, he might be saying that abortion is okay, but that's where we will separate. But yeah. All right, so once again, this is NBC News with Yahoo News. You know how liberal they are, so like I said, I haven't read the article yet. We're gonna have to see. It says suspect in Capitol riot attack on officer arrested after another suspect identifies him. Have you guys been noticing they're no longer saying insurrection? No longer is any news organization saying insurrection.
The fuck they aren't.
Well, they are. I haven't been seeing it lately.
Well, you gotta remember that I watch clips all day.
Okay. I don't know. All right, so an Alabama man accused of hitting a U.S. Capitol police officer with a flagpole. I wouldn't call it a flagpole. Well, I mean, because come on, what do you think, drunk? If I say, yeah, I'm gonna hit you with a flagpole, do you think I'm gonna go get some little tiny stick, or do you think I'm gonna have like a freaking 3-inch around, big old huge metal pole?
It's going to be hollow aluminum that's probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch in diameter, that if you actually put any force behind it and hit somebody with it, it's going to bend in half. That's what I would think.
Okay, that's not what when you say flagpole to me, I think the shit that's like cemented in the ground. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I mean, well, yeah, one that's mounted, but no, whenever I think about January 6th, the flagpole, I'm thinking of maybe,
you're thinking about
3/4 inch, like hollow aluminum, that if you actually whack somebody with it, that motherfucker's just going to go.
Can somebody do me post the Discord link? Should be pinned to the top of the Yahoo chat. Is there somebody who could do me a favor and post that for me? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Otherwise, I got to go into a whole separate area. If not, I mean, I can do it, but I think you guys have quicker access than I do. So an Alabama man accused of hitting a U.S. Capitol police officer with a flagpole during the January 6th attack on the Capitol was arrested Wednesday after another riot suspect identified him. So you're ratting... Well, if I'm going to go to jail, this motherfucker's going to go to jail. Is that what's happening now? Oh my gosh. The man, Gregory Lamar Nix, 52, is charged with engaging in physical violence in a restricted building or grounds, civil disorder, assaulting, resisting or impeding certain officers with a dangerous weapon, and other counts. He was arrested in Cleveland, Alabama. It's funny, when you see you never think Cleveland, Alabama. You think Cleveland, Ohio. So I know Snooks. Is there any way somebody can copy and paste it again? Somebody doesn't.
I'm working on it. It's making me have to put in stuff. I'm working on it.
Because only moderators can post it. So let's see. He was arrested in Cleveland, Alabama, where he lives, and made his first court appearance on Wednesday in U.S. District Court for Northern Alabama. I wonder if he's a Roll Tide fan. I don't. The identification is lined up with other evidence, including. I don't think this is the person that told on him. I think that's him. That's him. Yeah, that's him. You can look by the beard. The suspect, who was not identified, said they knew Nix before January 6th, according to the complaint. The identification, huh?
I don't know. I sent a link. That link may work. Not sure.
Paul just did it. Paul did it. Thank you, Paul. Oh, you did it too, Drunk Uncle. Yeah, it worked. I think it worked. Well, Brown. Okay, come on, Brownie. Drunk Uncle wants to say hi to you anyways. Come on, Browners. Here you go.
It's the Browners.
There's Browners. Come on.
The Browners.
Yeah. You want to come and say hi to everybody? Yeah. Little spoiled brat. All right, Mama, now get down. Dad's got to do a show. All right. So it says a criminal complaint includes several photos that appear to show Nix inside and outside the Capitol on January 6th. One photo, a screenshot taken from a surveillance video, shows Nix flashing his middle finger to the Capitol. Was that one? No. Are they going to show it? I guess not. And so they thought his boy was him, so he snitched on his boy. That's exactly what happened, Don Break. You got a new picture up. Let's see. Oh, wow, Don Break. Oh my goodness. Can we make this bigger? Yes. It goes off the screen now when you make it bigger. Anyways, I tried to make it bigger for you guys. Don Break's looking pretty hot over there. She heard me talking about the lady in the red dress. And so now she showed us a picture of a lady in a red dress. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a scumbag. Oh, that's my buddy. He probably thought he was going to get off. And not in a good way. For ratting on his buddy. What a bunch of BS.
And that kind of what Kyle's sister's boyfriend done?
Kyle Rittenhouse's sister?
Yeah, his sister's boyfriend. The guy that bought him the gun. He threw him under the bus in the very beginning.
Oh, that's his sister's boyfriend? Oh,
I think that's what.
Oh, I don't know. His sister's kind of hot. Watch, let's see. Kyle her name's Mackenzie or something like that, I think. What am I doing? I can't see the typing area. Kyle Rittenhouse sister. Images. There she is. This one. This girl right here. She's kind of good looking. Just saying. Is this her too? That's not her. Is that it? No, that's not his sister. If that's her, that doesn't look like that guy. Oh no, he has two sisters, huh? He has two sisters. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Josh's All Thicker is better. Oh yeah, man. We were watching the court, and I got they had a cop in today, a detective, and I was joking around about how good looking she was, and oh my gosh, they started going. All the guys in the chat room started going off. Like I got a whole thing started. All right, Capitol riot and MD was part of it. Capitol riot suspects say they're force-fed critical race theory in jail. Really? 2 Capitol riot suspects have written a letter claiming they are force-fed CRT and subjected to anti-white messaging behind bars. Ryan Nichols of Longview, Texas, and Robert Moores of Pennsylvania, who have been charged with multiple offenses stemming from the January 6th riot, wrote a letter decrying the conditions of the D.C. jail. We are force-fed CRT propaganda on tablets, as well as re-education propaganda and anti-white racial messaging. They wrote critical race theory is. Oh, we already know what that is. The letter was attached to Nichols' motion for modification of bail submitted November 1st. They got a list of 77 grievances. Wow. Are they going to show the? They don't show it though. So I didn't even know you know. Can you believe this? You're in jail, but you can have a tablet now. Why do you need a tablet in jail? I thought we were punishing people in jail.
Here's a tablet, but it's got no Wi-Fi. No.
Well, I don't know. They gotta. What's the point of having a tablet if there's no Wi-Fi? There's got to be some kind. No, they have to have a Wi-Fi system because I used to watch that show. What's it called? 60 Days In. They're allowed to send on there. They had tablets, and that's where you ordered your commissary from and stuff like that. They hide it in their prison pocket. How are you gonna hide How are you gonna hide this in your prison pocket? That's a big old prison pocket. If you can hide that in your prison pocket.
Maybe with those tablets, maybe Julius can help me out with this. But there's an internet and there's an intranet, and I think intranet's kind of like a closed network.
Oh yeah.
You can only access things within that network.
Don Break, I know what a prison pocket is. I know exactly what it is. I know what's up there, booty. You never see anything like that in jail? No, seriously. If you watch what's that show, 60 Days In? They got tablets and shit. They got tablets in there. You can order your commissary and stuff from the wall. They have a computer on the wall, or there's some that have actually tablets. It's crazy. Hopefully, I never get to find out in person about those things. It's only in prison? I don't know. Now, somebody like Paris Hilton could maybe sneak one of those in. I don't know. Hold on. Come on. That was funny.
Whoop, there it is.
Jail is under 2 years.
Room for 10 more, guys.
Actually,
10 more. I got room for 10 more.
Yeah. You know what though, Don Break? Jail actually is, yes, jail is under 2 years when you go for a state court or a county court. But when you go to federal court, even if it's only a month or 2, you go to federal prison. So like we were saying, the people that are getting in trouble for the Capitol riots, they are going to federal prison even though they're only going for a month or 2 or whatever they're going for. Big difference. But now here's something funny. So, when I was going to high school, I'm from Lompoc, and in Lompoc we have, I think it's the biggest, roughest federal prison in the country. Lompoc Federal Penitentiary. And so the guards sometimes will come to our school and speak with us, and they'd be like, "Well, guys, if you're gonna go to jail, you don't want to go to county. You want to make sure you rob a bank or something, because then at least you get to go to the federal jail because we treat you better in here." So I know we're talking about tablets and you know what? Dawnbreak, leave me alone. Dawnbreak's all being all. See, I'm still trying to see. Well, let me make it bigger. You got to email me that picture. We'll post it. Not kidding. Armed St. Louis woman shot teen suspect in a carjacking with their own gun. I let the clip loose. This chick had no qualms about it. She's like, you know what? She's like, hell yeah, I let the clip loose on that bitch. Or dude, whatever it was. Oh, wait, sorry, it's a guy. A 13-year-old boy carjacking suspect in St. Louis, Missouri is hospitalized in stable condition after being shot by the alleged victim of the crime. So it's in St. Louis. You know whose area that is, right?
You can find Ye in St. Louis.
No, it's Cori Bush. You know Congresswoman Cori Bush?
Oh, I was just thinking of the old Nelly song.
Okay. Freaking, yeah. So, St. Louis, Missouri. So you can hear it now. Because remember, they were doing something about, she is on the, what is that board? Anyway, they were talking about climate change and shit like that. And they were talking to Chevron and stuff like that. And all she could talk about is, how come no black people work for Chevron? How come Chevron's plants are in black neighborhoods? You know, that's all she could talk about. All she could talk about.
Like, I don't know, why are they still buying or renting houses around factories?
Well, that's all they can afford.
No.
Right? Well, if you're on welfare and that's all you can afford, that's just unfortunately how it is. I'm sure white people live near those factories too. Mexican people. I drove through Missouri real quick. So, sorry. I took a bite. Police say the shooting happened Monday night. A 37-year-old woman was getting out of her car near her home when two young men approached and asked her to use her phone. She told him, sorry, I don't have one. Or she said she didn't have one. He was with an older teen about 16 years old. The other young man said, so you don't have a phone? I said, no, I don't. And he pulled out his gun and said, well, give me your keys, the woman said. As the second suspect was trying to start the car, the woman told police that the 13-year-old was still pointing a gun at her, but became distracted. So she pulled out her own gun and shot him.
I am loaded on that motherfucker.
But get this, it's a 6 round, so it's a revolver, probably, and I let the clip loose. Well, she says clip, so maybe it's not a revolver. All 6 in fear of my life. The unidentified woman told KSDK, I am very grateful to be alive. Police later found the boy with a gunshot wound in the leg a block away. He had been remanded in juvenile court. So she only shot him in the leg. And I tell you what, folks, if you're that close and you only shoot somebody in the leg, you weren't meaning to kill him. So don't get all crazy on this lady.
Outside the car or in the car?
She says, the woman told police the 13-year-old was still pointing a gun at her but became distracted, so she pulled out her own gun and shot him. I don't know. It doesn't say if they were inside or outside the car. I hate that it turned out like that. They're so young and have so much life ahead of them, but it's very upsetting because it's a tangible thing. It's a car. My life can never be replaced, said the woman. It's another in a growing list of crimes involving young people. We can begin to turn the ship around. So anyways, what do you guys think? I understand it's a 13-year-old kid. But, you know what? Sometimes 13-year-old kids can be pretty tall. I don't know what this kid looks like. I don't know how tall he is. But if a 13-year-old is pointing a gun at you to steal your car, I understand she doesn't have the right to protect her property. But if they already have the keys to the car and they're starting the car up and he still has the gun pointed at her, I think she has every right to shoot the guy. What do you think? Drunk, you're the one that normally straightens me out a little bit, so you tell me.
Oh, double tap, just like Bearded Patriot said. We don't realize how. We'll just take the gun out of the equation. This is maybe about I don't know, 4 years ago, maybe. I went to our company Christmas party, and my majority owner had adopted a kid that didn't have a very good home life. His parents were pieces of shit.
Okay.
I grew to like the kid. I still like the kid. I don't hardly see him anymore, but I think he was probably 13 to 14, maybe 15 at the time. And I always mess with him, just mess around. And he got to where he wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
your ass.
all right. He didn't kick my ass, but I gave up pretty fucking quick because I didn't realize how strong kids are when you're that age. You're doing nothing but exercising all the time, running, you're in PE, you're in weight training, all sorts of stuff. And I'm out of shape. I'm old. I'm fat. But I was like, I'm just going to fuck around with him and
find out.
I mean, I found out. I tapped real early. I was like, all right, let's just stop. Let's just stop. And he'll still, when I run into him, he'll still bring it up.
Yeah.
Because I remember that time when you were 11 and we were kind of slap boxing and you lowered your guard and I smacked you in the mouth. And then I got so upset because I didn't mean to smack you. And he's like, yeah, but remember a couple of years later when I took you to the ground? I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Touche.
Hey, there you go. No, so if here's what the thought would be going through my head. This kid, even though he's 13 years old, he's got this gun facing at me, right? They've already got my keys. They already got the car, but they're still pointing a gun at me. This is a 13-year-old inexperienced kid. What if by mistake he pulls that trigger and I get shot, right? I'm in danger no matter what. Even though they already have the car and it's just over a car, as long as he's got that gun pointing at me, he's an inexperienced weapon handler. In my eyes, he's 13 fucking years old. I would be afraid that even just him putting the gun down, he might, clasp his hands when he's putting it down and shoot me. It's a great defense. If you're watching, lady, it's a great defense. But I mean, seriously.
I was talking to he was a city police about a kid that I consider, he's an adult now, but somebody that I consider my nephew. He's not my nephew, but I consider him my nephew, and he's a wannabe Antifa, it seems like. Wannabe gangster Antifa, this side or the other. And
by the way, fuck Antifa.
Yeah, I was talking to the police about him, and they knew exactly who he was. I'm not throwing my homeboy under the bus or anything like that. It just happened to come up in conversation that he knew exactly who this person was.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I know it's sad. The kids these days are running around with, guns and this side or the other. And I was like, man, I know I got in trouble when I was his age, getting into fights and graffiti and things like that. He's like, you don't understand. And this cop is much younger than me. He's probably 10 years I guess I would be 10 years his elder.
Okay.
If not more than that, the cop.
Yeah.
And he's like, the kids these days, they are nothing like you when you were a kid. You've explained to me what you done whenever you were his age. And he went to go on and tell me about a call that he had went to I think 2 days before. And it was a 13-year-old, a 12 or a 13-year-old. And the premise was this 13-year-old boy had a girlfriend. And the girlfriend's dad did not care for the boyfriend.
Okay.
Girlfriend told the boyfriend that, hey, my dad don't really like you too much. And he said, okay, well, I'll talk with him or whatever. I don't know exactly what was said. And the kid shows up on the doorstep the next day. Dad opens the door. Just opens fire on him. He's like, kids today do not fight. They are too scared to do it. They pull out a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Remember we talked about the movie Friday?
Yeah. And he's like, they're too scared to fight. They're too scared to fight. And they don't realize what's going to happen to him. I was like, yeah, that kid's probably going to have to fight for the rest of his life, isn't he? He's like, yep.
Probably.
You know?
Oh, man. The one time I was hoping your story lasts a little longer, I'm trying to find a video. Actually, you know, this video is a video that my brain's freezing right now. Matt's going to love. Matt's going to recognize somebody in this video. If I can find this video. Where is it? Let's see. Not that video. I'm trying to find it. Matt's going to love this video. It's somebody he knows. And he already knows who I'm probably talking about. I just got to find this video. The only problem is I text messages. Oh, wait, it's not on. I thought I texted to him. I guess not. All right, I'm going to have to look it up. I'll find it before the end of the thing. All right, so the feds ask a 51-month sentence for Jake Angeli. Remember, we were talking about him last night. You remember this guy, Jake Agnelli? The shaman? The shaman.
We're gonna be peaceful.
Right? Oh my gosh, what are those guys called? Not repo guys. What are the guys called that go after you?
Bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters. There we go. Madeira bounty hunter. Sorry, I'm trying to look up this video while I can. Well, I'm trying to do like multiple things at once. Let's see. So, an attorney representing Agnelli, federal prosecutors have asked that Jake Agnelli, the Arizona man who gained infamy by taking part in the January 6th raid on the U.S. Capitol, with a painted face and wearing a fur hat with horns, be imprisoned for 51 months. 51 months. That's a long freaking time. Let's see. Hold on, I'm just trying to do something here. I'm trying to do two things at once. He pleaded guilty in September to a felony county. It's a felony count, boys. How come these reporters cannot freaking? When did reporters stop auto-correcting themselves, right? We catch this every day. So a felony count of obstructing a civil proceeding, specifically the certification. What's that?
They stopped caring.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Journalism has no face value anymore.
Yeah. Agnelli.
None of them, except for when you get to mid-level to low-level journalists that are actually doing their fucking job. It's sad when Steven Crowder does more journalistic stuff than fucking MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, OANN.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, are you still in here?
All of them.
Yeah. No, I know. So Agnelli, who was charged under his legal name of Jacob Chansley, had joined thousands of others in storming the Capitol, disrupting the joint system of Congress, and he stood out with his attire. Well, no shit, he stood out with his attire. I mean, come on, he's walking around with those. It's just funny. So Agnelli entered the U.S. Senate chamber and posed for pictures, flexing his left arm, holding a spear topped with an American flag in his right hand on the dais where President Mike Pence had been presiding just minutes before. The government's memorandum filed Tuesday opened by quoting the prayer Agnelli said from that perch, as captured in a video by a reporter working for the New Yorker magazine. Now, I have a question. This reporter for the New Yorker magazine, are they getting in trouble for being inside the Capitol? Just curious. Curious. However you want to say it.
Here's Curtis.
Dude, I think Matt Rogers left already. That sucks. Matt, where are you? Matt.
He said yes.
Oh, he said yes? Did he?
But whatever you asked, I don't know what you asked him, but he just literally just said yes to something.
Really? I don't see it. I said, are you still here? I don't see his name. Let me look in the actual... Maybe it doesn't always show up on here. Oops.
There he goes. I'm here.
All right, since you're here, I'm going to show this video. So, this is somebody who Matt knows very well. Let me copy this link. This is from Madera, where I live. But this video was over 7 years ago. And I think Matt's going to laugh.
Close to you?
Huh?
Does Matt live in your area?
Yeah, Matt and I know some people, some people.
I got the ride, Tanya.
So this is some bounty hunter show from like, actually I think it's from like in the 90s, maybe even. I'm not sure, but
They didn't go to court.
So this bounty hunter is arresting this girl in Madera. Oh look, she's got drugs on her.
Why don't you sit her in the van? I got the bag. I'm gonna walk.
So he's gonna recognize somebody, and he's gonna laugh.
All the way
to the end.
Oh, here it is right here. So here comes the Madera Police Department.
Hi, how you doing? I just picked up a fugitive. And
hey, Matt, you recognize that guy? We won't say who. I don't know. I'm not gonna say who he is, but Matt knows him. Let's put it that way. And I know that guy.
See him plain clothes in a marked car?
Yes, he is. He's in plain.
That's weird.
He's in plain clothes in a marked car, and we don't even have those cars. We don't have white cars anymore. All our cars are black now. All of our cars are black now. Have you ever seen this video of Matt Rogers? This guy is actually our chief of police now. This guy is actually the chief of police now. But back then,
we got 2 actors, 1 shot in the city.
He had a stash.
And 1 or 2 female. I don't suppose you guys want to take the law off their hands, would you? For what? The 2 actors, 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors. Warrants? Yeah. I got her in the van right here.
Okay, do you have the...
Yeah, I got paperwork. Tanya Castro. DOB. She's got several. This is the one that the court has her under, 723 of 67.
But yeah.
You know what the warrants are? 273.5?
Yeah. And then,
will she jump bail?
Yeah.
This guy is now the chief of police. But it's called Outlaw Hunter Madera. You should look it up, Matt. You can show your family members. I just remembered it when I saw Matt's name. I was like, oh, I gotta show Matt. Matt would love that. So you can mess with them.
Yo, Cosandino.
It's always fun to mess with your family when you find videos of them like that you didn't know about, right? You know what I mean? All right, so Alec Baldwin is legally... God Rides a Harley, your picture went away too. How come everybody's picture's going away today? See, look, there's no picture there. Whereas Matt, see, his picture shows up. Interesting. So Alec Baldwin is officially in legal trouble after fatally shooting his cinematographer.
He's in trouble?
Yeah, when I first read it, I'm like, okay, so it's trouble, legal trouble. I'm thinking maybe, he's gonna go to jail. But now that I read legal trouble, I think it's just about the lawsuit. What do you think?
Well, it depends on what the article's saying. When was this article posted? I assume today.
I didn't look. Actually, Wednesday, so it's yesterday.
Wednesday, so yesterday.
Yeah, I already know the answer now.
We'll just have to see how it plays out because I think there was some new news that got released today, or it could have been released yesterday.
Well, it's Veterans Day, so I don't think there's a lot of news today because it's Veterans Day. Anyway, so legal woes. Alec Baldwin is being sued. Oh,
I
yeah,
don't watch regular news though.
Yeah.
I don't watch regular. I know regular.
No, they're just saying he's being sued. Never mind. We talked about this yesterday. Josh O says he hears he might face some real charges. Interesting. See, I keep seeing this little picture of Dawn, and I just want to make it bigger because I'm just like, that's what she said. How come this thing makes it bigger the wrong way? Oh wait, hold on. I think I know what I can do. How can I edit this thing?
So, you know how my brain works differently, and I tend to focus on things that other people don't.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, if you give me I'm almost like Alex Jones. If you give it long enough, something I said that was fucking crazy, a month or two ago, gets closer and closer to being more likely. So there was something I said, I think this was either the day of or the day after this shooting happened. And it was something that could not be confirmed or denied from that Tim Pool got his hands on. And it said, at the point in time whenever the shooting happened, the scene broke.
Wow.
And the director wanted to reshoot the scene. Alec Baldwin did not like that whatsoever. And he turned around and he said, in quotes, "Shoot it again? Why don't I just shoot you both right now?" And then pointed the gun and fired.
Really?
That was
where did you hear this
from Tim Pool. He said, he's like, "I just got this from somebody that said they worked on the set." He's like, "I can't not confirm this. I cannot deny this. This is probably made up. I have no idea, but I feel I need to report it to you." And this was, like I said, the day of or day two.
Yeah.
Now we're following down the rabbit hole and where this thing is going. And the latest news I heard was that this was shot in between scenes, and it was not even a scene where the gun was supposed to be fired anyway.
Can you demonstrate that for us, Dawnbreak? Sorry.
So when you think about these, two new things that they're talking about now,
yeah,
and relate it to something outlandish that I said a long time ago, is starting to become or look closer to originally what was reported.
It's that tong ta dong dong dong. Sorry, Eric Briggle mentioned the thong song. I gotta sing it. Oh my gosh, now my brain just froze. Let me see that thong. Oh, by the way, oh my gosh, there was another song that somebody's name made me think of today too. She's not here anymore. Real Love. Real Love. Every time I see Real, is it Real Love? No, it's Real. I don't know. It's Real. I think of that song, Real Love. I'm looking for some real love. You know that song?
I don't think we were in the same type of music when we were younger.
It was R&B.
You seem like R&B.
Yeah, it was R&B. It wasn't so it wasn't those it wasn't who are the girls that say giving you something he can it's not those girls. It's not Vogue. Is it In Vogue? Yeah, it's not In Vogue. Who sings that song Real Love? Oh, Real Life. I'm sorry, Real Life. I'm so sorry, Real Life. Every time I see your name, though, I think of that song, Real Love. I'm looking for somewhere. Now I gotta look it up. Now I gotta look up the damn song. No, but so back to Alec Baldwin though. So remember the first day that they did say that he said, "What if I shoot you?" Right? So that from what I understand, that did happen. That did happen. So what the hell am I typing? Can you guys hear Brownie and Donnie just going crazy in the back room? Those two dogs are nuts. They had a thong contest at clubs. Guys always knew who the DTF. Oh, we forget. Was it Jody Watley? I guess it was Jody Watley. Too bad you work tomorrow, drunk. We could go on Twitch after this and have some. We'll play some music on Twitch. I'd play all R&B music today, though. I gotta call the guy who rides a Harley after the show. All right, so let's see. He has something important to tell me. I hope everything's okay. I hope it's nothing bad. All right, so they're calling now for McDonald's CEOs.
We've had enough bad news for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah, right. So the McDonald's CEO is they're calling for him to resign over a text about Chicago gun violence victims. I wonder what he said. I didn't even hear about this. Was it Mary J. Blige saying that? So let's see. Well, let's see what happens. Does anybody know? Like, I don't read these before I watch them.
Adios, Kim.
Oh wait, hold on, Kim Tone. Let me do something for you then before you leave.
I will put you through that fucking wall.
I'm not gonna put you through a wall. There you go, Kim Tone. Let's see what it says. You won a thong contest as a thong song? Wow, Deborah. Nick is one of your besties. You're gonna ask about what, Snookies? I'm lost. What did I ask to ask? I asked so many questions. It's not even funny. I asked so many questions. Anyways, damn dogs. And I used to have Rottweiler. I used to have a Rottweiler puppy. His name was Zeus. Badass dog. All right. So what do you think he said? It says the CEO of McDonald's faced increasing criticism, and calls for resignation Thursday following text messages he sent to Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. So he sent this text message to Lori Lightfoot. Where he's...
I'm not gonna read the article.
Okay, tell me what you're thinking.
So he said this to Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lori Lightfoot, why are you letting people of your own background, more or less, kill each other? That's what I think.
Okay. Oh, okay, I get it, Snookies. Well, let's see. And good night, Kim Tone. All right, so McDonald's president and CEO Chris Kempczynski sent text to Lightfoot in April after meeting with her and referred to shootings that killed 2 children earlier this year. 7-year-old Jaslyn Adams, a black girl who was shot in a McDonald's drive-through lane, and 13-year-old Adam Toledo, a Latino boy who was shot by Chicago police. With both, the parents failed those kids, which I know is something you can't say, even harder to fix. Okay, the exchange was made, so that's all he said, and they're trying to get him fired? What movie? All right, guys, help me out. What movie was that? There's something going on, and then the guy, and it was an Asian dude, said, "I feel sorry for your parents," and then the person he said it to either beat him up really bad or shot and killed him. What movie was that? I feel sorry for your parents.
Well, I know that it said in "Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your
Wasn't
juice in
that
the
one?
hood."
'Cause I only watched that movie once.
They did refer, so I'm thinking it's probably "Boys in the Hood."
Was it Boys in the Hood?
I'm thinking.
Okay, it might be Boys in the Hood. When you said "Don't Be a Menace," I'm like, no, because I only watched that video once. Because I'm not really into those like Scream. What's the Scream ones where they copy Scream too?
Yeah, scary movie or
Scary
something.
movie. Yeah, I'm not into kind of movies like that.
But that was almost like one of the. Could be wrong, but that was almost like one of the first movies that took a shitload of movies and like mixed them together.
Yeah.
Wrong hole, fool.
Somebody's gonna come up and say it. You know, it might have been Boys in the Hood, right?
Or Poetic Justice, or
Nobody got shot in Poetic Justice.
I've never even seen that.
You never seen Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson with that big old booty? Oh my!
No.
How do you not watch Poetic Justice? And Tupac was in there. That was a good movie. And
there's a lot of classic movies that I haven't seen.
Craig's sister from Friday was in there. I forget her name all the time. She's been in a lot of TV shows after that. Now, don't nobody go in there for about 35, 45 minutes. Dude, and nobody actually answered my question from earlier. I mentioned a movie. I was reading something, and Inconceivable was in what I had to read, and I said, Inconceivable. And I said, what movie am I quoting? And nobody got it. Somebody's got to have seen that movie in here. You know what movie I'm talking about, Drunk Uncle? Inconceivable.
Not that I know of.
Really? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna give people a minute. Actually, you know what? Okay, I'll say this one to you. My name is Indigo Montoyo. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Herb got it. Herb got it already. The Princess Bride. The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. That doesn't sound like a movie that I would want to watch.
It doesn't sound like it, but it was a good movie. It's a long time ago. It's when Fred Savage was a kid. Fred Savage was the kid, and he was sick. So his grandpa read him a story about the Princess Bride. It had Andre the Giant in there. That guy that says Inconceivable, he's pretty famous too. He's a jerk in a lot of the movies. Let's see, Princess Bride. When I show you the guy's
movie,
name,
that probably explains why I haven't seen it.
When I show you the guy's photo, you'll be like, "Oh, I know who that guy is." This guy, okay, this guy right here. He's the one that says, "Well, I'm pointing at the wrong pointer." This guy right here. He's all inconceivable.
See the bald guy?
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, I've seen him from somewhere.
Yeah. And so basically, see this guy up here. Well, you won't see him yet, but if you look up on the screen right next to his picture, there's a guy and a girl. The guy is like the prince almost or whatever. He's the savior of the thing, and so he's trying to catch up to this guy who stole the girl, and the bald guy. They have a competition, and so they put up poison. He's all, I put poison in one of the vials. I'll let you pick which one I put it in. And so the bald guy, he thinks about it. He's like, they're like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, well, you might be messing with me and make me think that you put it in mine, so I'll drink yours. But you actually put it in yours because you know that conversation like that goes on for like a few minutes, and then he finally picks one, he drinks it, and spoiler alert, the guy dies, right? And what happened is, I guess the guy had been drinking poison all his life to try and build up his immunity, which is, I know it's a farce, but anyway, so he put the poison in both vials. Yeah.
What I would have done.
Right? Don Break says you'll like it. It's like a good Monty Python movie. Yeah. Well, you got my HBO account. I bet you it's on HBO.
I was never a fan of Monty Python either.
Oh, you weren't? Oh. You like Andre the Giant?
I mean, I respect Andre the Giant only because Jake the Snake Roberts said that he drank 48 beers in like 2 hours and didn't have to take a piss, which I don't see how that's physically
no
possible.
fucking way. There's no way.
You can go watch it. It's look up Joe Rogan, Jake Roberts on Andre the Giant.
Have you ever heard of the
unless his version of a case of beer is, which I highly doubt, because Jake Snake Roberts is a fucking alcoholic or a recovering alcoholic.
All right, go Rowdy.
I'm gonna go back and watch that again tonight because that's crazy.
Yeah, because here's the do you remember the gallon of milk challenge?
I understand, and that's what
people
so
died
crazy.
From that.
Yeah,
people died from the milk challenge.
Because Jay Snake Roberts was he was saying that, you know, he pulled over like a couple of times for him to take a piss, and Andre the Giant was in the back, like he couldn't even see him. All he could hear was like him cracking open beers just over and over for like a 2-hour ride or something. And he's like, this guy's fucking with me. This guy's fucking with me. And you know, he let Andre out because this was back when Jake Snake Roberts was just a driver. He wasn't even a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought that he was going to have to go clean up a bunch of piss out of the back of the van that he just hauled Andre in. And he was like, there was no piss. He's like, how the fuck do you drink 48 beers and not have to take a piss?
Yeah, I don't know. I just knowing that
it doesn't seem physically possible. I understand this, like beyond physically impossible.
Because I remember the milk challenge because I was working actually. You know, Josh O probably remembers it too because Josh O is from Sacramento. It was a Sacramento DJ. The morning show got fired because they're the ones that challenged somebody to do the gallon challenge, the milk gallon challenge, and they died from drinking a gallon of milk. Your body can't handle it. Chilius is like,
because I heard most stomachs can only and we as a teenager, probably somebody that was younger than Kyle Rittenhouse. Actually, I know that I was. Tested the limits of the stomach and tried to funnel 6 beers because I heard that even if you haven't drank anything or anything, you got an empty stomach. Mm-hmm. You've got a capacity of about 4.5 beers. And I was like, I'm going to try to funnel a 6-pack.
Really?
And nature proved itself right. And with about a beer and a half left, approximately, everything just started coming right back up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Was this it? This was an 09? No, it was this it? No, this is not it. Radio station. Let me type in. Let's just see if I can find it. 10 fired after radio contest tragedy. A Sacramento area radio station fired 10 employees Tuesday, including 3 morning disc jockeys, in reaction to a tragedy in which a woman died Friday after an on-air water drinking contest at the station studios. The host of KDND-FM, who go by the on-air's name Trish, Maney, and Lucas, were fired a day after the station suspended the show and said they're investigating it. So Jennifer Leah Strange died after participating in a water drinking contest on the hit music radio show. Let's see. They're not gonna say what it was. But yeah, so I thought it was milk, but I was wrong. Heck, when I was part of the doghouse in San Francisco at Wild 94.9, the stuff that they would do to give away, you know, like one time we gave away a Cadillac Escalade, and this was like 2004 when Cadillac Escalades were like the big deal stuff, right? So freaking so what we did for the doghouse, we told people what the deal was is we were gonna put, so I think it was 6 people or 10 people in the bathroom, and they had to stay in the bathroom, and the last person that left the bathroom won the Cadillac. And so then people had to figure. We said, how about we said, here's what we're gonna do. You tell us what you would do just to get into the bathroom. Not to win the Cadillac, just to get in the bathroom to have a chance to win the Cadillac. So I think it was one girl said, well, I'll get doghouse tattoos on me. So she came in and she got doghouse tattoos. Then there was some guy said, I will come in and I will drink everybody's urine to get into the room. Not to win the Cadillac Escalade, just to get in the room.
Okay.
And this guy came in. I wasn't there because I was only there every once in a while because I was a plumber at the time. But yeah, this guy came in and he drank the urine of everybody on the show. And like Ruthie, I think Ruthie was pregnant at the time, or no, Ruthie never had a kid. Ruthie wasn't pregnant; she had just had surgery for her breast implants, and so when you have surgery, you got some stuff in your urine. Then the show the oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of his name. Show something. He was just dirty, and they said you could smell his pee from like a mile away, and this dude drank it.
Did you see him do it?
I wasn't there.
I mean, live.
No, I wasn't. No, back then you didn't have video on radio. 2004, you didn't have radio stuff on there.
Oh, I thought you were saying you worked there.
Yeah, I didn't. I was a part of the show. They actually did like a Joe Dirt story on me, and I became part of the show until we all got fired because they made fun of Gavin Newsom's people. And then they got fired. Then they moved to another radio station. Then they went to New York. They got kicked out of New York for making an Asian joke on a prank call, and then they came back, and yeah.
Oh, make fun. Make fun.
Oh yeah, but if you guys can look up the doghouse, if you can look up the doghouse at Wild 94.9, yeah, they had some crazy stuff. Yeah, after that they went to Live 105. But yeah, Wild 94.9, the doghouse, they did some crazy shit.
So like how much was it, like a 20-ounce bottle or something?
No. It was just whatever they had cups. They had everybody go in the bathroom and pee in the cup.
Uh-huh.
So however much you can pee in a cup.
How big's the cup?
I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I guess maybe I'm not as shocked because I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of things. And one of those, I was maybe 19 years old and having a party, and I lived in a party house, and some guy was, there was a girl in the kitchen over top of the guy peeing into his mouth for everybody to watch. So,
wow.
This is why I don't get like embarrassed or like shocked or like sidetracked when people try to like fuck with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, hey, no, I've actually seen that.
Yeah, no. Basically, the doghouse at Wild 94.9, they were like the Howard Stern of San Francisco. Josh O can testify. I mean, we did the craziest shit. Elvis, it was JV and Elvis were the two main guys, and Elvis was like, I think he was probably better than the Jerky Boys in his prank calls. I'm not gonna lie. Elvis had badass prank calls. he would call people up and get them going. It was funny. Sometimes Hollywood did some prank calls, but they weren't that good. Except for I played one for you guys the other day, the newspaper one. That was from the Doghouse in Wild 94.9. So, did you ever listen to Josh O? Did you ever watch the John London show? So this guy, John London, I think he was on Live 105 too. He had a show, and during his show, he would have a section where he would play a game, and you could call in and win prizes. And it was called. He would give you a name, and then you'd have to guess if it was a gay bar or a steakhouse. That was pretty cool. I still think I have my Doghouse T-shirt somewhere. What was his name? Showtime or Showcase? What was the big black dude's name? Big Show or something? I don't know. I forget what his name was. He works in Monterey now. Anyways, but no, I just started working for him, and I was gonna get a job at the radio station, and they got fired 2 days later. So I was like, "Fuck."
Some bitch.
Right? Like they were giving me free tickets and stuff like that. Every year we had our annual comedy show. Like I met Carlos Mencia. Well, I know you don't like Carlos Mencia, but I met Carlos Mencia because of the Doghouse. Who else did I meet? I met Earthquake, which is this big comedian. You know, all kinds of people. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. All right. Anyways, I'm reliving old times, folks. Reliving old times. And if you want to know how I actually got the thing, you know, I called in for not for the Cadillac, but I called in about I was like, yeah, you know, Ruthie had just gotten her breast implants, and I was like, they said, what would you do for $100,000? I said, if you pay for you give me $100,000, I'll go get breast implants. And the reason why I said it was because I just read a story where a guy who had gotten breast implants that every girl wanted to touch him, and he's like, you can touch mine if I can touch yours. And I'm like 22 years old, 23 years old, so I was like, hey, I'll do that. And like we were going through the mix, and the lawyers said no. The lawyers wouldn't let him do it. And I'm telling my mom this. I'm like, hey mom, I might and I told her what I was gonna do. My mom looked at me and she said, yeah, it sounds like something you do for money. I'm like, okay, just letting you know. Just letting you know. Because $100,000 back in 2000, that was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
You know.
You probably take 10,000 and just have them pull right back out.
No, they were gonna pay for the surgery to put them in, and they were gonna pay for the surgery to take them out. That was all part of the deal. It was all part of the deals, right? So,
I got you.
Oh, and then
$20.
All right, so here's something just for Josh. Josh, what's up, Cody? Josh, you probably know who St. John is, right? So St. John, actually, a lot of people in here might know who St. John is. St. John is very famous for his voiceovers. He does voiceovers for almost every radio station around, but he was the disc DJ at Wild 94.9. I was at a club one night, and he tried to pick me up. Well, I mean, we're in San Francisco, but you know what I mean. I was like, no, sorry. And then when I started working for the radio stations, he's like, you look familiar. And I was like, yeah, you tried to pick me up one night in San Jose. I forget what the club was in San Jose, what it was called, but it was on like 4th Street or something like that, where all the clubs are. That was way back then. Or like, have you ever heard, what's that, oh my gosh, the Mexican girl, Carmen. Do you remember that song? It was by a girl named Carmen. And the song, it was about cholas. The chola song? What was
Probably.
it? Oh my gosh, what was that chola song? Sorry guys, I'm reliving something. Carmen, lean like a chola. That's what it was. Lean like a chola, way up high. Lip liners.
Elbows up, side to side. Elbows up, side to side.
Nah, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. All right, hold on.
I thought that was like Fat Joe or something. Or
no, lean like a chola was a I don't know what to call her now. I don't know if she would be considered a transsexual or a. But it was actually St. John, from what I understand. Carmen leading like a chola. Once you hear the song, you're gonna be like, I remember that song. Well, maybe not. You weren't in the same group that I was in. See, all these people copied it. Let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all these people copied it. That's why I'm saying elbows up, side to side.
Here you go. Let's see.
First gotta paint on your eyebrows, spray your hair with Aquanet, get a tattoo to rep your set, sport Ben Davis and some Dickies.
I recognize the beat.
You remember that beat, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyways. Yeah, that was from what I was told. See, nobody ever found out who Carmen was, but I was under the understanding that it was St. John. So I don't know. Anyways, all right, back to the news. Sorry, guys. You know, Eddie takes off on his little tangents here and there. Squirrel. There's some bad news about the 2022 big Social Security race. So any of you out here that's on Social Security, I know we have some older people. You don't remember that, Josh? Oh shit, that song was everywhere. So apparently they're supposed to get a big raise, but I guess they're not. So it says retirees are getting a large Social Security benefit increase in 2022. But this isn't necessarily going to improve their finances. Some seniors may end up in a worse financial situation next year. Now, how is that? If you're getting more money, how are you going to be in a worse situation? So it says if you receive Social Security benefits, you may have been pleased when you heard about the huge cost of living adjustment coming in 2022. For the first time since 2008, retirees are getting a raise topping 5%. To be exact, benefit recipients see a 5.9% boost in their monthly payout at the start of the year. That's the largest increase since 1981. But before you get too excited, there are 3 big reasons why a big benefits bump might actually be bad news for retirees. Let's take a look at what they are. It says the boost may not be enough to keep pace with inflation. Well, no fucking shit. I could have guessed that one. Right? Inflation's awful. Let's see what number 2 is. The boost won't reverse decades of declining buying power. Isn't that the same thing as inflation?
What?
The boost won't reverse decades of declining buying power. That's the same thing as inflation, I would think. Oh my gosh, Dawnbreak. I'm not a player no more. I remember that song. Cody, what do you think about the case, Kyle? You want my honest statement? I think the prosecution is just killing it for the defense. I love the judge. Yeah. I think the only thing that worries. You know what worries me? I think what worries me is the fact that the jury may be swayed and be afraid, because you think about it. How many people live in Kenosha? What's Kenosha? Kenosha population. Let's see what it is. 100,000 people, right? That's actually a pretty large city. But in a city of 100,000, you're gonna know the players. People are gonna know who they are. So I think they might be scared to vote because they're worried about the riots. Look, they took video picture of them the other day, right?
Oh, Mr. Nice Guy.
So that's what I worry about.
How's AJ's ear doing?
Oh yeah, hey, yeah. Hold on, you guys talk for a second. Eddie's gonna use the restroom. I'm pulling a drunk uncle in the show. Drunk uncle, eat something, then you can pull a Eddie.
Eat something and I can pull an Eddie? I don't get it. Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy, how's AJ's ear doing? But shit, what was I saying just earlier? Like, I hate getting put on the spot because my brain resets and I can't think about what the hell I was just talking about. Holy shit, I think the sky opened up over here. I think it's Raining like a motherfucker outside. Sounds like. With the jury. I think it's plausible enough to where this case might not even have to go to the jury, and even if it does go to the jury, and if it comes back from the jury that they find him guilty, that I think that the judge is going to use his abilities to, direct verdict type thing. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
We shall see. You know what sucks? Well, not sucks. Man, I don't think I've been to the bathroom alone in I don't know how long. Ask Trunk. He can tell you. Donnie won't let me go to the bathroom even by myself. You were there. You saw him going to the bathroom with me, right, Drunk? Damn dog. Does anybody else have a dog like that? I got a 130-pound big baby. However, when it gets down, I've seen Donnie. Donnie will go after people. We were walking in Las Vegas, and he saw some homeless dude, and he did not like that dude, and he wanted to go attack. Or that pit bull. Remember the pit bull, Drunk? Oh, wait, you were drunk.
Oh, the one I tried to fight?
Yeah.
Or I prepared to fight. I was like, I've fought a pit bull before. I'm like, holy shit. Now I look back on it. I have fought a pit bull before, and I beat that motherfucker's ass. Yeah. That's because he was trying to attack Bubba. I think I told you about that.
What's
story.
up, Toko? It's morning.
I would have fought that pit bull.
Dude, Donnie would have taken that pit bull out. Donnie's a beast.
I'm like, I got this. Let the old man have some. Let me get a little piece in. You come slide in later or something.
Right on. All right.
Let the old man get a piece.
Hey, All Safe, we haven't seen you in a while. All right. So speaking of the Rittenhouse trial, prosecutors crash and burn in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, but polarized America doesn't see it. Now, I saw this title, and I'm very surprised because it's from USA Today and Yahoo News. Liberal people. Liberal news sources. I was very surprised that this is their title. It says the trial increasingly seems like a legal version of the parable of the blind man and the elephant. By only touching discrete parts of the animal, the men describe vastly different animals. This person, let's see, prosecution bumpy start. They didn't have a bumpy start. They couldn't even get out of first gear. They were actually in reverse. They were in reverse. They fucking gave the kid, like they were talking about. Number one charge was that Kyle illegally brought the gun into the state, and they said, "So, Kyle, you bought the gun in Kenosha. Did you take it back to Illinois?" "No, I didn't." "So you didn't take the gun back to Illinois?" "No." Well, there went case number one. I don't know. Prosecutor's going to be looking for a new job. Let's put it that way. Prosecutor.
Ben Shapiro said that he's surprised his disbarments are not already on the table for him.
Being disbarred? Over. I thought it was funny.
Ben Shapiro's a lawyer, so I do put people might not like Ben Shapiro here. We don't talk about Ben Shapiro much, so I don't know how people feel about him, but I do put a great deal of stock in what he says.
Yeah, I don't know. I watch him too. I've actually filmed him. I didn't meet him, but I filmed him in person.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So speaking before the Clovis Unified School Board on Wednesday, student Rami, I don't know how to say their name, was shaking and nervous. Last month, the Buchanan High, when they said Clovis, I thought maybe it might have been my friend. She was last year. They took her MAGA hat away from her, but they let somebody keep on a Hillary Clinton hat. And they said, "Oh, you can't wear political hats." And they're like, "Well, why is that person wearing a Hillary hat?" So we made a big old deal, and she was all over the news. So I maybe thought this was going to be her, but it's not. Last month, a Buchanan High School senior who prefers they, them pronouns was booed and heckled by adults for advocating for mask mandates and other coronavirus safety precautions on Clovis School campus. The last time I left the room crying. I hate to say it, but like drunk, you probably don't get as much as I do. But I know I put myself out here. I'm on YouTube every single day. I put myself out there. I have to have thick skin because people are going to talk shit to me. People are going to talk shit to you, drunk. You keep your name more out of it. Like, you don't even say your name. I am very open about my name. My name is Eddie Block. I tell you guys where I live. Not my exact house, but it's not that hard to find me. So, I am more out there than drunk. I mean, I'm in public all the time. So, I hate to say it, this young lady, I don't feel sorry for her. You put yourself out there, and I'm proud of her. I'm proud of this person for speaking up for themselves. Great, but you also, unfortunately, that comes with the territory, right?
What did this first? I guess I zoned out on the premise of this.
This person, I'm gonna say this person because I don't know about these rules, and I don't want YouTube or to kick me off because I'm saying the wrong pronouns. They say they or them, which I don't understand this, so I'm just gonna say this person.
Okay, so they identify as non-binary.
Okay, but they went to a school board meeting advocating for the mask mandate, making kids wear masks.
Okay.
So, yeah, Block is my last name, guys. My name is Eddie Block. My name is Eddie Block. I ran for county supervisor as Eddie Block. That's my name. I don't hide it. I dox myself because you know what? You're gonna try and dox me anyways. So
No,
why not
so
get it over with?
I don't get it so far.
Okay, so what's going on is
non-binary person went to advocate for mask mandates.
So they booed and heckled her.
Okay.
They booed and heckled her, or I'm sorry, they booed and heckled this person. Excuse me, and they left the room crying. Well, the Fresno area is very conservative.
Yahoo.
Huh? Yeah, this is by Yahoo News.
Okay, so I assume that they're going to cover whatever she was heckled with.
That's one we're getting there. It says the incident triggered anger from some in the community, with Superintendent O'Brien calling it disturbing and utterly unacceptable. Said he would do more to ensure speakers feel safe when addressing trustees, and that's cool. I understand that, but at the same time, if you're gonna go in a public forum like that and speak up, like I said, I give this person credit, but at the same time, you also got to expect the backlash that's gonna come from it. I hate to say it, nobody's immune to it.
I still don't see what this is even going on about yet.
Because they're mad that she was booed by adults when she said, "Hey, we need a mask mandate in schools. We need kids to wear masks in schools."
Fucking so what?
That's what the story's about.
No, there's got to be more story.
No, that's the story.
They were heckled. There has to be something said.
Okay, well, let me read it then. Let me finish.
This is another. This is a scare piece.
It's Yahoo News. That's all it is. It says,
I understand.
It says, let's see. The incident triggered anger for. Oh, I already read that. And while the board has yet to announce any specific changes, Wednesday's meeting played out much differently than October 20th. That ended with a Clovis student in tears. For his part, he warned members of the audience about bullying speakers. Yeah, he was saying the superintendent, his.
Oh, okay.
It's inappropriate for you to be speaking while somebody else is speaking, be it a member on the dais or a person giving public comments. It is unlikely event that there is a disruption. We do have officers that will escort you out. That's all it is, drunk. They're only saying that they booed her. They booed this person. See you later, Toko. They booed a person. They're just upset that they booed a person. Well, That's what happens when you speak in a public forum. You want to step up to the big leagues, which is, like I said, I'm proud of this person for stepping up to the big leagues, but you also at the same time have to expect somebody to say something back to you.
I could have swore I spoke about things like this not too long ago about people being too pussyfied while they're during the education system before they actually have to get out into the real world. And they get out into the real world and realize that we don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about your feelings, this side or the other. You know, everything that you've been fed to while you're in college, and oh, bro, socialism. Like, I literally came out of college expecting that I should be basically handed as much money as I wanted to open up a business if I had a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I literally thought that.
Yeah, Willow. I don't know if you're here earlier, Willow. We talked about
back in the face. Thanks, college, bachelor's degree. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And that's what these people are. They're going to be so conditioned to not being able to take criticism that they're not going to be able to leave their house anymore. The internet's going to be fucking censored, which it already is, but to the extremes.
Well, look,
and
we just saw Right Side Broadcasting News get taken down while we were watching them earlier. Remember?
Yeah. Somebody criticizes your shoes and you go into a mental breakdown because you've never heard criticism before. Like, just think about where this shit can lead to. You know? Yeah. Imagine a couple generations of never being exposed to any criticism.
Come on, man. No, Willow, I was just saying we spoke about that earlier, about how we were surprised that he said that too. Say hi, Brownie. Okay, you're up here. You can say hi now. Okay? Then Donnie's going to try and sneak in. Oh, you guys can't see Donnie because I'm in the circle mode. All right, get down, Browners. Come on. Brownie, get down. Please. You're going to pull on my headphones again. These aren't good headphones. Let's see. It's all good. It's all good. All right, the last story I have for you tonight. Bremerton man is the second person from Kitsap County known to be accused of participating in the January 6th Capitol riot by former President Trump supporters. It's not just Trump supporters there. There were people that were not Trump supporters that were there too. David Charles Ryan was arrested Tuesday in Gig Harbor and was ordered to appear next week via Zoom at a hearing in a U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. Court documents allege that Ryan broke 4 laws over the course of the 22 minutes he spent inside the Capitol building that afternoon, some of which was caught on security cameras. The mob disrupted Congress, which had gathered to... I don't need to read all this stuff. We've heard this already. An FBI investigator wrote that a tipster identified Ryan in security footage, showing him carrying a blue flag with white stars, sometimes called a Washington headquarters flag. What's a Washington headquarters flag? While inside, he was detained by Capitol police officers, searched and restrained with his hands behind his back in plastic handcuffs. The officer found 2 wait, hold on. They said he was found with knives and pepper spray. They identified him. Then, while inside, Ryan was detained by a Capitol police officer, searched and restrained with his hands behind his back in plastic handcuffs. They found 2 knives and pepper spray, according to court documents. So wait a minute, if he was detained on January 6th and they just now found out who he was, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense.
He burned off his fingertips.
No, I mean if you get detained and you're put in those plastic straps, right? Then you're and they found knives on him inside the Capitol building. How is that just now coming out today, November 11th? That doesn't make sense. If you were a cop and you found a guy with knives on you, you have him detained in plastic, in the plastic handcuffs, you wouldn't let him go. I find this unbelievable.
I just walked away and went to the bathroom, so I guess I probably missed the biggest story that you covered.
Okay, so basically today they arrested, let's see.
Just the old guy?
This is an old guy. It says, okay, I'll start over for you guys. A Bremerton man is the second person from Kitsap County known to be accused of participating in the January 6th riot. He was arrested Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday, which was the 9th, to appear next week via Zoom hearing in U.S. Court, District of Columbia. So he was just arrested Tuesday, right? But here they're saying while he was inside, he was detained by a Capitol Police officer, searched and restrained with his hands behind his back in plastic handcuffs. The officer found 2 knives and pepper spray, according to the document. Now, if they found 2 knives while a person is in the Capitol and they have him in handcuffs, don't you think they would have taken his name down? Don't you think they would have probably arrested him? And now, what are they talking about knives? Is it like just a normal pocket knife that people carry? Like when I was a kid, my stepdad said you always carry a pocket knife around. I don't anymore, but he used to give me pocket knives, little pocket.
Yeah, the multiple knives. I don't think it's normal unless I could be wrong, but I am a country boy. I don't think it's normal to carry more than one pocket knife.
Yeah.
Unless they're going deep on this and calling a fucking Swiss Army knife.
That's where I was going next.
Knife.
I mean, is a Swiss Army knife now freaking consider? It is a knife, right?
Yeah,
but I
and
mean,
multiple ones that are kind of different.
Oh, I never thought about that. Okay. But then they say, well, he also had a scissors and he had a toothpick on him. He could have stabbed him with that toothpick. That plastic toothpick is kind of strong, though. Oh, and the tweezers in there? Oh, he could have pulled out those tweezers and done some damage. Anyway, so it says the officer released Ryan without removing the handcuffs and told him to exit the building. So wait a minute. You say you can leave, but then you don't take off the handcuffs? That sounds even more fishy now. Right? That's even more fishy.
Read that again.
The officer released Ryan without removing the handcuffs and told him to exit the building. Security footage showed that on Ryan's way out, someone cut the handcuffs off his hands. This doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Look at this. 5 deaths has been attributed directly to the pro-Trump riot. Once again, that's not true. The only death that happened there that was caused by what happened that day was Ashley Babbitt. That includes a Capitol Police officer who died from a stroke the next day. He died from a stroke the next day. It wasn't caused by the riot. Protesters shot by an officer.
Moment here.
Yeah, and now they're saying 2 heart attacks and 1 overdose. Well, you know what? Those are all not by this. Now, you said you're going to pull out your tinfoil hat. Pull out your tinfoil hat.
Okay. So, remember that movie, The Departed, that I like to talk about a lot?
Yeah, I watched it. I don't remember much of it, but yes.
Well, you remember the beginning of it, and the whole premise of the guy that wants to be a cop. He has to get charged and sentenced and do his time so he can come out and be a informant or a undercover FBI agent or whatever. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kind of, but I gotta.
He had to go to prison to get his job with the FBI.
Okay.
So this is a little odd that when you lay out the whole story, that this would have been one of the first stories you heard about. It should have been. So what if this is somebody that is just going to cop to this, somebody that nobody knows, never really ever heard of, is going to cop to it and get however many years, but it's really a tinfoil hat. It's an inside job that is actually an FBI agent that will probably not actually see the inside of the cell. Just so they can prove that, oh, this was an insurrection. They had weapons, this, that, or the other. This guy pled guilty to it. He got sentenced to this. But is it not weird that we're just now hearing about it? Was it 9 months later? 10 months later?
It's more than 11 months later.
Yeah.
Or 10 months later. I'm sorry. Yeah, more than 10 months later. Yeah.
This is very, very odd.
Yeah.
This is very odd.
Right on. Yeah, it is. That's what I was saying. That's what I was. Catch me if you
My
can.
hands are like this.
Speaking of Catch Me If You Can, Catch Me If You Can. That was Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. I wonder if Tom Hanks was diddling in that movie. Even though Leonardo DiCaprio was old enough by then, he still looked like he was like 12 years old. Yeah, I agree with you guys what you're saying. I don't know. Anyways, I've got to go. It's after 9 o'clock here. I got to go call God Rides a Harley real quick. But what do you guys think? I know Drunk Uncle's probably going to go to bed because he got to go to work. What if I go over to Twitch and do a show on Twitch where we can play some music? I'm definitely going to play the thong song now. Definitely gonna play the Tom song. I just saw somebody type in Tom, so I said Tom, but thong song.
But you got to call God Rides a Harley first, though, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. So, is anybody in here on my Twitch? Cause see, Twitch, I can play music. I can play music on Twitch. That's why I can go to Twitch and I'll play some music for you guys. Let's see. I'll show it to you right now. Dang, I got 13 messages.
Looks like he is. He's definitely.
Let me hit pause. No, I don't want to watch your show.
Is the in your description, is that your current Twitch or your old one?
Does it say EddieBlockFilms live stream?
It says EddieBlockFilms ... That it runs out of space. Let's see. Oh, it's live right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm live.
So that's right. You can just go to the description and find the Twitch.
Okay. I'm trying. Let's see. I'm trying to go to my. How do you go to my channel?
The Twitches.
Let's see. Go to my channel. How do I go to my channel? I don't know. I'm not good with Twitch. Oh, here we go. Channel and videos. Maybe it's blocked over here. Let me go to home. Oh no. How do I go to it? Stream manager. Like I got a stream going on right now. There we go. I'm watching it on Twitch. Gosh darn it. How do I go here? See, the problem is I got so many things in front of here. Go to my channel. There we go. Here's my channel. I'm gonna hit copy. You guys are gonna hear it a second. Let me hit pause there. All right. So I can put it in the chat room right now. And you guys can go on Twitch. You can like it. And I will be back within 10 minutes. And playing only on Twitch. That way. And I'll put it in Discord channel too. So we can go play music. We'll play some music. It's mostly going to be, tonight's going to be an R&B night, I think. It's going to be 90s music that I used to listen to, 90s R&B music, probably. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, thank you, Paul. Paul posted it. Thank you. So, all right, guys. So, I'm going to let you go.
I'll get my food in my belly. And I think I'm having eggs tonight. And then I'm going to beat up for a little bit on my game. But maybe I'll pop back in with you.
Well, there you go.
Hurry him away from the R&B.
Hey,
Try to.
Does somebody know the difference between these two things? I got these two. One's green and one's yellow. I don't know what the fuck the difference is. Although one does say it gets rid of COVID-19. Wait, it was. Oh, never mind. I know where it said that. When I opened it up today, I'm cleaning up my 3D printer.
Don't you go reading labels. You know better than that, Eddie.
Oh yeah, we got in trouble for reading labels. But look,
don't read labels. Put the label down. Put the label down.
It's I didn't think they were allowed to say this. It kills a certain. They're saying on here that it kills a certain.
Come on,
Is it just a scent? No, one of them said. Now I see what it says. So the green one says it kills for not 24 hours, or it disinfects for 24 hours. The two on the outside says it kills a certain something that everybody's afraid of right now. Funny how it says that. I thought they weren't allowed to say that, but I guess it. Well, wait, it says 99.9%. So I guess maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. All right, guys. So, yeah, Dawnbreak's gonna come over with us to Twitch, and ooh, she sent me the full photo. Oh my goodness, hubba hubba hubba, wowzas! Oh my goodness, auga, yeah. Holy gee, that little picture that you see right there doesn't give it justice. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't give it justice. It's nice to see her live. You talking to me, Sheepdog? You haven't texted me in a while. Are you saying I didn't answer any of your texts? Hold on. I've been having trouble too with my iPhone. It doesn't make the noise all the time in all my texts. Anyways, all right, guys, we're gonna let you go. Amazon on Twitch. Well, it's the only place where I can go and I can play music on without getting in trouble. I guess I could go to D Live. I still have a D Live. Anyways, Drunk Uncle's tired. I gotta call God Rides a Harley, and I gotta go real quick and feed my dogs too, because they're hungry. So, thank you guys for being here. Happy Veterans Day. Like I said, hopefully you saw a veteran today and did something nice for him. And Drunk Uncle, don't you got something to say? Don't you got something to say?
Gonna taste some, girl.
Girl,
We're gonna
you
do
know
the
it's
R&B.
true. Ooh, ooh.
Got something special for you. I said, ooh, ooh, ooh. Meow, meow.
There you go. All right, guys. Hey, Psycho Sick. I'll be there in about 10 minutes, and we'll play music. I'll put it if you guys aren't on my Discord. My Discord is pinned up here. Join my Discord, and we're gonna be on there in just a few minutes. So I'm gonna call God Rides a Harley right now, and God Rides a Harley just posted something in my Discord. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you to all the veterans. We love you. I love everybody in the chat, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes on Twitch. All right, guys. Peace out. Low